Watch out, man, you know Sky HYDE, the lyrical magician attack, And today, I encourage all of my sports lovers them to go up on YouTube and like one page named Sports Frenzy, because them are going to provide you with the latest football, basketball, and track and field, etc. All of the news them. Right now, a World Cup time and a transfer time, and we need to know what we want. So go up on YouTube and like the page named Sports Frenzy.
Pleasant good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to another episode on Sports Frenzy. I trust and hope that it has been a good day for all of you guys, and a good night or a good morning for all of you. So, yeah, I hope that it has been a blessed day and all of that. So, welcome once again, man. And today is day 5 of the World Championships, and there's a lot of things to look forward to. There's a lot of interesting actions going on, and we really can't wait to really see all these stuff. So, already, big up Dale Francis, big up Love Tango, big up Zibev, big up SF007. I know that you're normally a huge cricket fan, but yeah, cricket is kind of on the back seat, right? But we'll soon be back with some cricket topics, man. But respect for the support, man. Once again with me tonight, man, we have former national representative, even winners, a matter of fact. Let me rephrase. Former national athlete Leford Green joining us once again. And as I mentioned, this guy has won at multiple levels for Jamaica and all those stuffs. I mean, he said that he disliked both events that he did, but hey, he's still there, man, and he did make a fortune from it. So it set him on his journey, and that's where all of us came from. So welcome again, boss. How are you doing?
Yeah, mama, good man. Greetings, It nice last night, so them say we have to join again, because today them say 4 hurdles are run and everything. So, yeah, can had some niceness to it. But yeah, man, appreciate it.
That is it, man. Where I want to start tonight. I mean, yeah, we know that all the action went on last night, but I just want to start a bit different with a little bit of news that I saw not too long ago that Johan Blake, along with his coach, is probably trying to pull him from the 200-meter because he's feeling some discomfort. So they're planning to pull him from the 200-meter. If not, he'll probably turn up at the start and probably just run out and that's it. But I heard that he's in some discomfort, so yeah, they're trying to pull him. But you know that if he doesn't turn up, he can't partake in the 4x1. So I just saw it just now, and it's rough for him. I mean, has been plagued by injuries over and over and over and over. And once again, without this season, he would have been good, but it doesn't seem that good for him right now. So I look at that. What's your thoughts on Johan Blake, and should they go ahead and pull him or should he run?
It does seem like a trend, because last year, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same situation. After a disappointment in the 100, he then said he was going to get pulled from the 2, which I think I think he ran the heats and stuff in the 2. But it's seeming like a trend forming, and I think it's time now. Even if he's going to stay with the sport, to just stick to one event. That is just really more so my take. I don't think he's in the same shape as he used to be years ago. Can double and all these good stuff. It takes a lot out of you. So I think it's time for him now to really just bottle down, just focus on just the 100 instead of just trying to exert himself too much and extend himself too much and try to do that double. That we all know is very difficult. So that's really more so where I stand as regards with him in that.
All right. Vinny, welcome as well, man. Odin, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Again, I'm gonna go to you now. So, as I just mentioned, I just saw a story about you, and what do you suggest they do? Do you think that, as Leford said, is a trend, or it's something that has transpired before, and maybe because of what transpired in the 100 meter? Let's say, say I injured the man injured, and probably because the Jamaican fans are beating him everywhere on social media. Do you think it's along that line, or the guy's genuinely injured? Our audience seems to be a bit behind. Vinny, go ahead and answer.
All right. As Leaford said, I think him need to just concentrate on the 100 meter. I don't believe that Yuan is at the stage now where he can do both of them. In fact, when he ran that 980 what was 985 in Kingston, um, and he ran the 200 meter, he looked terrible running the 200 meter. You understand? Which simply means that the 200 is just not for him anymore. You understand? Um, Ewan Blake is a sad situation for me, given where he was and given where he is at now. And I mean, I don't know if Leford, because you would have been in the team around those time, probably, probably know a little bit more in terms of that injury that he had. But I remember they saying that that injury was an injury that rarely sportsmen come back from. You understand? And for him even to come back and still be running now, he made a couple of the 100-meter finals. The last Olympics was one of the few finals he didn't make, even after that injury. So I mean, he has done well. It's just that this really is it. I would not tell him to stop run like how I hear some people. Boy, the man must pack up and stop run. This I man work. You understand? I man bread. You understand? So even if him now win gold for Jamaica, him have him sponsor. Him a make a little money on the circuit, and in a year or two, that's really it. I hear Leford say last night about 8 years as an athlete, yeah. So he's maximized all his earning power until him can move on. But in terms of medal, doing both events, this really him must just do the 100, do the 4x1, and just call it a day.
All right, and before I carry on with this topic, big up to Killian with big up yourself, Fresh God as always. Big up yourself, same thing, Raquel, Shakes, Love Tango. To all the other people that are currently on the stream that hasn't commented, I encourage you guys to actually comment. I guess Killian saying that they said he has a swollen foot and they have applied for a medical exemption.
Oh
And
yes.
big up to LC as well. Triple C, you need to tell me your name so I can stop referring to you as that. It's not cool. But I think for the heard what Vinny said. You have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's straight on the same alley. I mean, it's you get to a certain point in your career where you just start narrowing down. Justin Gatlin did the same thing. Justin Gatlin, for a long period of his career, he has did the 1 and the 200. In the later part of his career, he just turned to the 100 only and was focused on that. Yes, he did run some 200 on the circuits and stuff like that just for training purposes, but nothing to try to be competitive in the World Championship. So yeah, I think that's really more so where I think he should target most of his energy, because not only it's even though they're both sprint events, it's still different type of training methods to run both events. You know what I mean? So if you run a 200 now, you have to go start turn to run some 250s in a training. You have to go run some 300. I mean, as a 100-meter person, you don't have to even go that high. You know what I mean? So you got you got a high intensity, but not so much of a volume based type of thing. So he just needs to turn to focus on that one event and just call it a day. And so far, and the only reason I'm saying 100 is because he's showing a lot more promise in the 100 as it stands right now. So yeah, that's just really more so my take on it for him. It's really more strategic for him and everything else, and it can give him at least 2-3 more years.
Okay. Shannon McDonald, good evening. Adlam, big up yourself as always, fam. And people, remember, ensure that you like the stream and ensure that you subscribe to the channel. Ensure that you keep on doing the good stuff. So, all right, I'm going to segue from that because we're going to discuss the 200 meter a little bit later. But another story that just broke, well, not really broke, but I was listening to a discussion And I hear quite a few people saying that Shelley should focus on the 100 meters solely based on the amount of time she has remained in the track and field arena, and should just let go of the 200 meter. So, Leford, I'm going to ask you the question again. What say you to those people?
Well, I mean, as it stands, even with Shelly, it's very similar to the year one model. It's not much different from what I was saying as regards with year one. I mean, we have seen it over the years. She has been successful, yes, in the 200, but not in the level where she can double and win both of them. She was always like second or third fiddle when it comes to the 200. But again, on the business side, she still makes some money, so you can't knock it. And she's doing exceptionally well. I think she really looked good yesterday. I emphasized that yesterday that she did look a lot better than I've seen her in years, to be honest with you, over the 200. She was really cool and chill yesterday. I think she ran what 22.3 or 22.4 was that she ran. Just
24.
shutting down,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
barely
Easy.
return and just cruising on home straight away. Yeah, she looks good. I think she's in immaculate shape, and I think we'll be surprising this 200. To be honest, I know last night I was kept on saying Sharika because of that background that she has in the 400. So I will always favor her because when it comes to the last 50 meter, I think she will definitely hold her composure a lot more than the rest of the athletes in the field.
Okay. Vinny, what's your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. For me, I think Shelly run the 200 for fun. She know where she is. That's one of the beauty about Shelly. I think she know exactly where she is and what she's capable of doing. You understand? And for me though, I believe that even as you watch her time come down since she has left coach and MVP. She has been doing a lot more 200 than we used to see her do in the early stage of her career. And I do believe that that 200 work is what is also helping to drive down that 100-meter time. Remember one of the time when she just started, we always say, Shelly go and get out, but you can catch her. You can catch her. You understand? No, you have to be really good to catch her. You understand? So I believe the 200 work that she's doing is helping her in the 100, even though it is at the back end of her career. And as Leford said, you can see her becoming a little bit more comfortable with it. But I don't think Shelly will ever be considered as a great 200-meter runner. You understand? We would say she's a good to serviceable 200-meter runner. You understand? But I mean, for me, she's doing it for fun, so I have no problem.
But Vinny,
Yeah.
I when you look at it and say, remember that this lady has won the 200 meter before. Now, remember that she won it in 2013. So, I mean, she
Yeah,
has some
but look,
sort of. Hold on,
yeah,
hold on.
but
Let me
mhm,
hold
mhm,
on.
mhm, mhm,
Remember that I'm saying this to say that she does have
mhm.
some pedigree in the event. Just at last year's Olympics, she came fourth. And I mean, if you look at what she has done this season, she has looked better in the 200 meter this season than she did last season. So, wouldn't attribute some sort of leverage to her to say that, hey, she's 35 with this nutrition that is going around and the increases in
Mm,
technology and all those things?
mm.
Who knows? That body can carry on until probably age 40. Who knows?
Probably the body will carry on until that time, the way she's going at this moment.
Was a
But why I
champion,
said
though.
that,
I'm not,
yeah,
I'm not
but why
talking
I,
just to competing. I'm talking as a
no,
champion.
no, but why I say for me is looking at the time, because even when she win the 200 meter, look at the time. Most of the who we consider to be great 200-meter runner was not in the race. You understand? And she take advantage of that. And that's what I believe every athlete should do. You take advantage of situation. You and Blake take advantage when both falls start. You have a world championship gold medal. You understand? So you have to, when the opportunity presents itself, you have to ensure that you are at the place where you can take advantage of it. And she did. You understand? Shelly, when I say great, we're talking about 21-7, 21-8. That's when you know you're stepping down into the 200 and know that you are becoming one of the elite in the 200 meter. Shelly is on and around 22.05. Probably she may go to a
Fam, she has run 21
21.95.
before,
Yeah, man, that's why I say she may go down to a 21.995, but she's not a cut.
oh, hold on,
She's not
hold on,
gonna.
Vinny, hold
Well,
on,
as
Vinny.
What is her
She
fastest
has,
200 time?
she has a PB of 21.79 in the 200 meter.
In the 200 meter.
Yes. But what are you saying? Are you trying to imply that?
It's a consistency. It's a
That
consistency.
is
You
what I was going to
understand?
ask you.
Right. The consistency. You understand? She's not. Whereas you will see Elaine consistently run 21, 21 7, 21 8. You understand? She's not and is it that they didn't utilize her in running the 200 meter throughout the years until now? Why she's not consistent? Not sure. But I mean, Leford, that's a Leford. Step in, Leford.
What I would really say happened with Shelly and
Mm.
why you haven't seen her running consistently 200 was because of that toe injury that she acquired
Okay.
years ago. So
Okay.
because of that issue, she couldn't run the turn. She couldn't navigate on the turn. You know,
Okay. Okay.
remember one of our
Okay.
championship, we watch her run with the injured toe on the
Yeah.
straightaway, and you see how she had limp and how much pain she was in.
Yeah.
So could you imagine that
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
turn? So that
Yeah.
that have been one of the reasons why you haven't
Okay.
seen her really go faster than 200. I mean, I really
Yeah.
think she can. Running 10.6, she can go a lot faster. But I think that had stopped her, for a while.
Okay.
And again, just like you said earlier about her top end speed and maintaining that top end speed in the 100, it has improved drastically. Meaning people can't catch her again. Used to say,
Mm.
oh, she's gonna just pop them
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can see the big difference. You can actually see her pull away from people
Mm-hmm.
in those later
Mm-hmm.
stages. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a great indication to me if as it regards this 200. And so but that's the reason why I feel as if she didn't run as much 200, and you might see something
Okay.
going back to those 21-7 stages because she ran that before the toe injury. So
Okay.
with that being said, I think she's regaining some level of confidence in it and some so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be definitely interesting. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
it is. It is. And
All right.
before we laughing at Akil, what a thing Jamaica sweep.
But here's um big up yourself, Beesman. Let us pray for you. Welcome once again. Um, here's the saying that Shelly can do whatever she wants. She just came fourth at the Olympics.
True.
Um, here is LLC saying that Shelly have few more 200s left in her. She's out here having fun.
And that is what I agree with. She's having fun. It is always, it is always a joy to see athletes or sportsmen that have fun with their sporting event. You have a lot of athletes, not just athletes, you have a lot of sportsmen who do it because it's a work, because it's a food, because they have the talent, because you understand. But there are some persons who they genuinely have fun, and those persons who genuinely have fun, you absolutely genuinely enjoy watching them perform. Usain Bolt, the man just have fun. You understand? Yeah, and that is why we love Shelly so much. She genuinely have fun in the event, and for her in the 200, when you see her, she's just having fun. And Leaford, yeah, she may surprise us at this
I think
championship, as you said.
I'd definitely like to see how she's gonna look in the semifinals later on. To be honest with you, because she draw Abby
Yeah,
Steiner, which is also the crowd favorite and one of the favorites.
yeah,
I don't think even the World Athletics have Shelley as a favorite in this 200. Even based on
okay,
the other picture that was going around that a lot of Jamaican took offense because Shelley was even on it, and they have Abby Steiner in the middle of Ilian and
yeah,
Shelley.
and Sherika.
So it will be interesting to see how she what she do in the semifinal. I'm more particular, not even how she plays because this is the semifinal, so she can't do the same thing she did in the heat. You will definitely
Hmm.
see people running because
Yeah,
they play
yeah.
a particular lane. So I'm interested to see how she qualified. In fact, I'm interested to see how everybody qualified because then that can give you a better reflection, of
As
what's
to
going
what
on
is
in the
happening.
semifinals.
All right, so I'm gonna get
True.
through a few more of these comments. So big up yourself, Shady TV, Joseph Ellis, big up yourself as well. And here's Adlam saying that after next Olympics, if she decides to continue with her career, I think the switch to only 100 will prolong her career. She definitely not the strongest 100 runner, so at 37, doing only 100 will benefit her. Fair. Let's go down to read a few more of these comments. And Vinny, the 21.79 she did. That is what I was just trying to remember. So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
actually did it last year.
Oh, it's last year.
Yeah, it was last year,
Well,
man.
so you see, I guess it's consistent with how her 100 meter has been coming down. You understand? So if she have the 21.79 in her, even with the rounds, let us see what she can do now. Let us see if she can get that to 21. Cause this, if everything goes to farm, it look like to even get a bronze, you might have to be running 21.72,
Let's
75, thereabout.
all right, and Anthony, big up yourself Kish, good night. Curry's Road, big up yourself. And here's Jamaica Farmer saying that Shelly is a legend like both.
She definitely is.
But I think people should just leave her alone, let her prolong her career if she wants to. The person I will tell to hang up those spikes is one you and Blake. I'll beat him
Yo,
this time.
and I leave you one man, sure, leave you one star.
Nah, man,
The man has,
he's a problem, man. Tell him what
yeah,
I'm feeling. Tell him
yeah.
not beat him this year because he never do no one but talk like he normally do. So but that man leave him alone this year. Kid, what going?
Good night, gentlemen. Good night. Good evening.
Good night, bro.
Evening. Evening. In English, we don't say good night unless we're leaving. So good night
Okay.
is a goodbye term. Good evening. A lot of
Good
people say
evening.
good night, but good night is actually a goodbye term. But in any case, pick up yourself. Leford, good to have you back tonight with us. Folks, as people are logging on, like, subscribe, share. We're looking forward to have some more exciting athletes up here. I spoke to my good friend, and I call him my little brother, my little big brother, because he's bigger than me, but he's still young. Frederick. I spoke to him earlier. He's getting ready to do the discuss. He's going to be on with us too one of these nights, so we can throw some questions at him. I wish him all the best. It's going to be a tough.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I think he had hurt his hand the other day. Had a nasty injury in his hand. Me and him and I think Leford, you were in the group too. We're talking about it. Damaged his hand the other day, and so for him to make the final is a good thing because he didn't even try the Jamaica trials. He hurt his I don't remember if it's his left hand or whatever. But the point is he's an unlucky fellow. He's always getting hurt. But Jamaica has a
Yeah.
good tradition in that event from Leford, very good friend who started the journey all the way up now to Frederick Lakers and others who have taken on the fight for
All
this
right,
event.
all right. So here what? Let me just do this quickly. So yes, Damien had been saying that Sherika is gonna destroy this wheel in the form of her life, and she has unfinished business. Actually, she is not in the form of her life. Her coach said it as well that
Word is up, Ivan. On
next
the
year.
lineup.
Man said next year she will be in the form of her life.
All right, so the women's 400-meter hurdles is on track. So let me just run through this first heat quickly. So we have Anna Rezakova from Ukraine lane one, Cheyenne Da Silva from Brazil in lane two, Grace Claxton from Puerto Rico in lane four, Pauline Cocoit from Belgium in lane five, Yasmin Geiger from Switzerland in lane six, Sarah Gallego from Spain in lane seven, and the Beast Sydney McLaughlin, a world record holder, the Olympic champion,
She
out
gone with
there
this.
in
She
lane
gone with this.
8. Folks in the chat, you can go ahead and tell us the people you actually have qualifying from this one. So let's go ahead and let us know. And gentlemen on the stream, you can go ahead and tell us
Sydney
what's
gone with this one. Long, long, long time. She gonna be walking. She going to clear about run the first 100 and walk afterwards. Leaford, waiting.
Yeah, I mean that's a no-brainer, but yet still you still, like I said yesterday, have to go through certain stuff. You can't still, even though it's a heat, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're not gonna make it back to the semifinals. So she's still in beast mode, and she probably got something she's gonna work on today because, as you know, she probably working to try to lower that world record. So I'm 100% sure that she gonna win confidently and easy. Also, got the Ukraine athlete in our PB of 52.96. I think she's in the later part of her career as well. So she gonna make it through with Sydney. The Belgian Kayat as well should come through. So I see Belgium, Ukraine, US, and mm, after that, everybody just start grab. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. It's a grabber after
Everybody
that.
start grabbing. I mean, it's first round. People just are try to get them legs out. You might see some It might get a little dark horse as well too. So who knows?
Mm-hmm. Some people, this is their championship, so they're going to run hard. Tonight, I'm going to ask the guys, don't talk the race and give it 1 minute because it's slower on my end for whatever reason. I think me and Leford have slower feeds because we're in America. So whatever it is, we get slower sometimes. Fucking walking.
So, gentlemen, did Sydney just really jogged 53.9?
Yep.
It's
She
crazy,
moved in
man.
the 400-meter hurdles like a flat four.
Yeah,
The
she literally just jogged that race.
Yeah, that was just rehearsal. She does pretty much do enough to get through the rounds.
You know what
Yeah.
she's doing.
I mean, you can do that. I mean,
When
you
you're
got
not,
when you have 3-4 seconds on the field, I mean, you can do that.
you can do that.
I'm not sure why she's still standing on the track looking. I'm not sure what she's looking for because I don't think she did anything to even really look. She just just go back out, talk to you, do your 2 interviews, and just head back and start your cooling process. Because I mean, honestly, from what I looked at just now, yeah, like you said, she started jogging from the blocks. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ukraine athlete did came through. The Belgian finished fourth, and I think they had Swiss. So I think that was your top four that's coming back automatically for right now.
I thought Rezikova never executed the race properly. If you realize when she hit what that was the eighth, either the eighth or the ninth hurdle, she had to extend herself because the athletes on the outside were ahead of her.
Yeah, well, I mean, she has a PB of 54.4, and she came into this season with 55.3. So, with that being said, she probably was at full tilt. So yeah,
And looking at her, she still is one of those girls who really, even though Sydney is that good, if you pay attention to her, you realize there's so much for her to work on. It's scary because she still shuffled the hurdles. A lot of people don't realize she shuffled to the hurdles a lot, which means that she don't really have it on pat yet. So she's very, very dangerous. I think her potential is like scary.
I wouldn't judge her off of the heats based on shuffle because as
No,
you can
not
see,
no. I mean, I'm
she's trying to hold back.
the races.
That's the part with it. She's trying to hold back. She's trying not to go as fast. So I mean, a lot of the shuffling just now was contributed towards that. Her not trying to, use so much energy, but not knowing that sometimes you try to hold yourself back. It takes a lot more out of you, and that's something that a lot of athletes learn in the later career. It's best you to stay relaxed and just let it keep on flowing. You trying to hold yourself back from going fast, like you're gonna take a lot more energy to do that, unfortunately.
When you get to this level, Leford, having competed in this event, this was your pet event or your baby. When you in a heats, what is your aim in terms of the first half of the race?
Well, it's always just rehearsal. You're always trying to go out there. It's one more chance again to practice. So it's just rehearsal. I'm definitely trying to make sure that my first 200 is good. I'm gonna set myself up in the first 200. I mean, hey, if you know my history, I don't like to look around. The last time I look around, I'm up on the ground flat, I eat chevron. So me not really too fancy the look around thing when it comes to 4 hurdles. You know what I mean? But definitely for the first 200, I want to set myself up, put myself in a great position. And then come at least 252 where normally, that's normally your kick point. That's when you start making a move on the top turn. You can feel the presence of someone if they pull up on your shoulders or not. And then you can adjust according to that. And then you just try to just stay relaxed and just come down the home stretch, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I would normally approach it.
And here's
Um,
Zibeb saying that she does shuffle in the races and it has cost her against Dalila. But I
And
think,
that
yes, she did.
she
And that's
wasn't
what
ready.
she did. She was fresh at that point in time. But guess what? She decided that, hey, I'm not going to settle for second place. And she changed coaches. So when she made the change, what happened after? Beat Dalila. She
Yeah,
literally
that
ran
was a very that
Dalila.
was a good strategic move. As you know, that was a good strategic move. I think she's from California, anyways, too. and she used to train in Kentucky. I don't think she wanted to be in Kentucky. I think she wanted to be more close to the family. So whatever change was contributed to that. Why she went to the grade, Bobby Kersey.
She just got married
Yep.
to, I think, that girl
Yeah,
is
because her fiance lives there. That's it's the same thing. They're all from
got
California, so
married. Yeah.
she wanted to be back home, close to the family. I mean, and if we know her well enough, you will know that. I mean, she's from a wealthy family. To be honest, she didn't even need track and field. So
Speaking of family, Leford, as an athlete, when you're close to the family, how does that work on the psyche when your family is there?
Right, hold on a sec. Let me just announce this heat quickly before Leaford answers. So in lane one of Turks, you have Yannick A. Smith. Lane two, you have Takachuk from Ukraine in lane two. Sorry, so lane one is Yannick A. Smith, lane two is Takachuk from Ukraine. Lane three, you have Leikonen from Finland. In lane four, you have Jamal from Bahrain. In lane five, you have Johnny Russell from Jamaica. In lane six, you have Olivieri from Italy. Lane seven, you have Bing from New Zealand. And in lane eight, you have Shamir Little. I think this is a decent eat with Little and Janive in it.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
answer
push.
my question and then you give me assessment on this heat. The family.
Oh yeah, it's always great to have family because I mean, as I explained last night, as regards fans, fans are critics and fans will say just about anything. And if you're not doing well, your family gonna be there with you either way you take it. Whether you're doing good or you're doing bad, your family gonna be there. So it's very important to have that level of support, I mean, and can have that type of structure and people get back pushing all the time and saying, like, hey, you can do this, just reaffirming you of what you already started. Because they're the first one that actually really believe in you. So yeah, most definitely, it's always great to be in family.
What do you think Jenny Russell should fear in this heat between Shia and Shamir Little, I think? What do you think?
I don't think she should fear anything. I just think she should just go just execute her race and just try to make it back to the next round. That's really more so, what she needs to do.
The heat will give us a good indication of where she's at. I think she's in good shape.
She's been knocking for years. I think
I
it's
think
time
she's in
for
good
her
shape.
to,
It's
yeah,
gonna
she's
be
been
interesting
knocking.
to see what she brings. Where's Coach Floyd?
Come on, little.
Easy win for her, man. She's a good player.
All right, so Little I'd have no Russell I'd have Little, that is.
She look good. She look good. She look good. She look composed. Let's see the replay.
I mean, again, different run style. As you can see, Shamir Little went out too hard. She blew up in home straight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So very different from a more controlled race that McCloskey does practice. Genevieve Russell was a pretty much, she was a lot more controlled. You know what I mean? I think she did a little bit too much work coming down home straight just to get the win. I mean, I think it's top four automatic. I don't think you have to put that much energy coming down the home stretch, but you already in that automatic spot. It had up. All these other things gonna add up in the next round.
So,
I'm
so, so, Leopold, I have a question, right? As it relates to the hurdles, right? Because
Tempo, go
if,
on. I miss. I never say you.
so it has been said that when you're in lane 8 or lane 1, especially in a heats, and you are not like one of the gold standard athletes, you kind of have to run a little bit faster than you probably want to do in a heats. Because obviously we know what lane 1 is, and we often say, yeah, everybody's still around 400 meters, but we know the disadvantage that's there with those lanes. Why is it that you believe that an average athlete would have to run a little bit faster? For example, like a Shamir Little, we see her get out there in lane 8, irrespective of the facts. Say, is poor qualifying, I think.
I mean, I think we have enough things in history that can really prove to us that a lane is just a lane. To be honest with you, the 400 world record Wayne
Run
Van
from
Niekerk is from lane 8. 2,400 hurdle champion
lane
Angelo Taylor was from lane 1. So, I mean, and that's from showing 22 years back. So
Mhm.
there's the lane is just a mental thing. That's more so what it is. You get a lane, you just go out there, you just run. And I
And
mean,
Kim,
that's
to add to that, when we are training as athletes,
we
99%
trade in a lane
of
1.
them train in lane one. When
Yeah,
we're running, if the coach say you got to train and the coach say, okay, they run some 150, lane one. You run some 200, lane one. Anything we do as athletes, we train in lane one. The only time we actually
unfortunately.
100 meters
Yeah,
are
so
straight away. We love
yep.
running a lane one because we feel it short and quicker.
Oh, that
Unfortunately,
that
that's a sad stigma that we have that we practice in lane 1. We practice close to the inside.
And when we go
Nobody
meet,
wants
we
to
go
go in
wanting.
the outside lane. Nobody wants to go in the outside lane in practice to practice. But we practice in lane 1. But then we go to the track meet and we get lane 8. We
We're
complain.
upset.
Yes, that's it's
so
psychological. Like
so I guess both on Leaford and Cade, would you say, as you say, yes, it's a psychological thing, but do you think, like, as athletes, again, I'm talking about the marginal athletes, not the superstars, just the ones that are just okay. Do you think they already defeat themselves before the race start when they see the lane or them get lines? Oh Jesus, I can't believe me get lane one. I can't believe me get lane 8. Do you think that's a mental hurdle or them have to get over?
yeah, I think it's a mental hurdle. You don't psych yourself out and put yourself at a disadvantage by saying that. So I think it's definitely a mental hurdle. Yeah, you know what I mean? As they measure the track, and the track is 400 meters all the way around. Whichever way you take it, that's why they got staggered starts. That's why they don't start beside each other. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
it's more so a
Yeah, man,
mental hurdle
it's
than
a
anything
mental
else.
thing because there are advantages in terms of lane 8. You cannot see behind you, right? So if you are in lane 8 and you know you are good and you are good at pacing yourself, you are going to run your own race. Sometimes being in lane 8 is a good thing because you focus on running your own race instead of seeing who's behind you and go off the pace of what they bring. Lane 1, pretty much you can see everybody and you just feel like you have to work harder to catch up. So it's a mental thing, rightly as Leford said. It's about in the mind. It's all about the mind. But we do train from lane one 99.9% of the time. So when you go to a trap meet, you just don't want it. But it's a good lane, you know.
All right, people, there's what 426 people of you on the stream, and
Already?
I don't think we have 100 likes as yet. So come on, guys, like up the stream and hit the subscription button. Keep it going, man.
So
Moderators, encourage the people to do it, man.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
man, yeah, man, like up the stream, man. I'm just awake, so I get out on a sleep mode, but like up the stream.
You got one of the favorites. You got my top girl, Ball.
Who that?
Ball from Netherlands.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she's dangerous.
Fear bronze medal secure, man.
Bring up
Not
the
because
next
of
heat, Leford.
not
Leford,
from
bring up
women
the next.
she just do. Not from women she do in the mix really. She's in some shape.
Oh, okay, okay.
She's deadly. She's deadly.
She's in shape. I'm not
She's
saying
in
she's
shit.
going to win, but she's in shape.
She's gonna give them a run for the first 300 meters.
G- Give who a run for the first 300.
Everybody. She's gonna be right there for the first 300. She can run a fiery 300 meter. I don't know about our last 100, but our first 300 is deadly.
Well, let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what she have in this one. I
This
mean,
is a
she
heat.
running against, um, you know, some people that she better than right now. So she's all the way in lane 8 too.
Yeah, so she gonna run her own race. As usual, take charge.
What's that? 5390.
Hey, Levan, me only care, man. If you tell us if you wait until, give me 1 minute.
Me can't get them in. I feel update them on the
Give
stream,
me
brother.
20 seconds. You guys are a little bit ahead of
You
us.
see if you don't want to hear, all you have to do is just jump off the stream.
No, I'm gonna start mute because that
Yeah,
might
man,
help.
do that. Do that.
She
But
she look
I do agree with you. We have people who want to hear right
she look
about.
amazing.
I
Yep.
told you she can be a
Yeah, she
problem.
looks good. She looks good. Good night, gentlemen. I have a question for Leaford. So I've heard a rumor that at some tracks in the world, the middle lanes tend to have a listen now. I don't know, like they have a extra hardness or so in comparison to the outside or the inner lanes. Could you share if that is true or if it's false?
Um, I can tell you only reason that the rumor can be spread is because those lanes don't get as used as much as the inner lane, meaning lane one. As you know, me and Kate were just talking about that. People practicing lane one a lot more than they go in the lanes. So rear and tear, lane one going to always get more rear and tear. Or in Jamaica, we call it track. You see a track and you trace more, you will see that happening in lane one a lot more. But as regards in building and developing the track, they cannot, because that's going to see seen as an unfair advantage, and they cannot, develop a track that special in that specific type of way. So no, that's just no. The only thing is those are preferred lanes. So that's the only reason why people craving for those lanes between three to six, because those are preferred lanes. They want to be in the middle because it's a different feel that you get being in the middle of the track versus running on the outside or on the deeper on the inside.
We're on tier. We're on tier. Everybody running on lane one. So, on lane two, because it depends how many people in the program. So
So,
you might turn up to
so,
Trinity, you and somebody have the same program, one have to run X amount, so one might do lane one and two.
so,
Or
so let me ask a question because after Femke just run, I heard Leaford saying, "Oh, she look amazing," right? Those were the words that you echoed. She look
Mhm.
amazing, right? But I don't know what you said about Sydney's race because I came after Sydney race. But how do you, I guess, how do you judge an athlete in the heats versus when she's running against obviously competition that she's better than to say, oh, she look amazing or she don't look amazing.
It's all about execution. It don't matter who you race. It's no matter how you execute your race. And she executed well just now. I mean, Sydney. Honestly, Sydney just went out there to just come back. You could see the difference, which I'd echoed earlier before the race even start. And
Mhm.
what I would do when I'm going out there in the eats, there's something I'm working on. So I'm trying to work
Yeah.
on that from the eats going all the way. So that means when semis come, I'm going to connect the next piece of the race that I already done worked on in the eats. So that's just kind of how, so it's like you build a foundation and then you keep on rising. So I just looked at those aspects. I looked at what she did in the first 200, 250. And then again, I looked at how composed and relaxed she looked coming down the home stretch. And also look at the time, 53.9. You can't get
53.9 and she basically walked the
the
last
last
60
80
meters.
meters. I mean, I know we can say you normally decelerate after 320 anyways,
Mhm.
but it still look good and effortless. So, I have to still give some credit to that.
there are a lot of things to look at because we're in the era of good technology, and so we have advantages of seeing things live, up close and personal. So the things that Leaford said is 100% accurate. You look at the execution, but you can also look at the physique, right? When an athlete is running, you see the tense, and you can see every vein, everything that make them face, and then look like them are dead. You can tell that person is not relaxed, right? You notice in the heat, so when Shelly, for example, was running, you see her lips shaking and her face bouncing because she's completely relaxed. See when her tense up, so there's a little things you can see that you can know if somebody's relaxed. You know, just when you want to run, him look like he was like, for lack of a better word, want to use the bathroom. He's not relaxed.
Bro,
My dead.
bro, chill.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have that look, it's telling you the person is not comfortable. It's
Yeah.
true. Even in training,
All right,
when we're
let me run
absolute
to the
third,
feed. All right, let me run through E4. So in lane one, you have Mo from China. Lane two, you have Cheyenne Salmon from Jamaica. Lane three, Dalila Mohammed from USA. Lane four, Sarah Carly from Australia. Lane five, Melissa Gonzalez from Colombia. Lane seven, Christina Alanin from Finland. Lane 7, Agatha Zupin from Slovenia. And in lane 8, Lena Nielsen from Great Britain. Will Shy and someone make it out easily?
Easy.
She'll make. I mean, she'll finish top four. I mean, if she
She
listen,
might
I've
finish
always
top
said
two.
this.
I
I've
don't see.
always said. I've always said this, and I know Kay don't like when I talk certain stuff. But for example, if a Cheyenne someone can't finish top 4 years, so it's a waste of time. It's an absolute waste of time. It's a waste of time here, so.
She will
Like,
finish top 2 years. So the only person I've seen this race that maybe a step or two ahead of her is
mhm.
Mohammed. I don't see anybody who is 2 steps ahead of her in this particular race. So she should be comfortable through here. But as I was saying about the whole situation, the relaxation, there's a thing called lactic acid. And Leford can tell him face it a whole it. When lactic acid take him in that one lift up in foot off the ground. And lactic acid take you lactic you do all kind of things. So when you know relax, it's easy to tell because
Yeah.
lactic when people do all kind of nonsense, they do all kind of crazy things.
What what I'll say about Mohammed really quickly, I don't know if in a race I can start before mine, but what I'll say about Mohammed is that for the past 2 years she have probably had one of the for the four hurdles actually, she have probably had one of the toughest time. You know, she caught COVID. She caught COVID or some personal issues dealing with. Came back right in time for the Olympics. She got a silver medal. No,
Understood.
no, she had some injuries and some things going on this year, and now she come back again for the world champs. I mean, I don't think she'll win, but we must highlight these things, because some athletes would use these things as an excuse. But she's out here, trying to see if she can, secure a medal for her country.
She's one of those athletes. She's like a Andre DeGrasse. You can never underestimate her. Just as good as Sydney is, I think that Delilah is almost just as good. You saw the Olympic finals, how it was a dying battle to the end. That tells you her potential. So you never know. You never know. You can't underestimate her.
Not bad from Cheyenne. Although she was probably trying to follow Dalila, but not bad.
No, no, I go on it. My thing reach a 150, boss.
Jaja. That's
No,
it.
wow, God.
You need to come off of that slow poke internet or whatever you're using, fam.
None of internet a P bird me I watch, man.
Well,
Peacock.
Kems, even before the race just now, you may hear you list some things. You sound it's the same thing you were saying as it regards with Elaine after a race. Sound like she'll create some excuses. That's what it sounds like for what yeah make for Delilah. I don't think no matter what shape she's in last year, she's still gonna come second. And that is facts. It doesn't matter what shape she's in because Stephen McLaughlin is that much better than her. There's nothing we can
Because we disagree with
put
yourself.
I,
as
di- I, dis- I disagree with you.
What do you mean that much? Listen,
I disagree with you.
disagree
It was
in
very close
what
last
I
you
year.
disagree with.
disagree.
so hold
Which,
on.
which,
So
hold
hold
on,
on.
hold on. Akil, which part of it you
Oh,
disagree with?
I disagree that if she never had the issues that she had last year, she would have still placed second to to Sidney McLaughlin last year at the Olympics.
So the world record don't mean nothing.
No, the work, but she wasn't that far away from Sydney.
No, that's not
She
what I'm
was right
asking.
up on Sydney. Two of them run below the old
That's
world
not.
record.
But that's not the thing though. So the world record don't mean anything.
Why
What it
why
means?
No,
why it seem like you guys having an argument over if buts and maybes?
Coach Q, what on?
Greetings. The fact is
I jump
always
start on a Levon.
the facts result in the finish line. So I think we had this conversation yesterday about there's no excuses. Once you show up on the day, no matter what happened this season, no matter if your foot is broke 2 weeks ago, you get beaten, you get beaten. Really no
Levon,
matter. Oh, if she did this, if she did faster, she would have win. That is fact.
gentlemen, the high jump is up and we have a chance to get a medal in it. Very much. That's the surprise
Oh,
medal.
say
Levon,
two.
From
high
this
jump.
thing. Well, I think
All
if
right.
you said
Hold
two
on, hold on.
medals,
So
team of it.
Up the high jump.
I'm hearing the noise in somebody's background. Could you mute your mic for a minute or whatever that is?
Hold on, I want to tell you.
All right, but I'd love for this thing to actually surprise us and get a medal. Will she do it? That's $1 million question. As I said, the gold medal is already written in the stars. And Marichik gone with that gold medal a long time now. So I think they're battling for the silver and the bronze.
But
But
Even
so
yeah, jump.
no man, high jumping, nobody not going with nothing, brother. You see
Yeah,
nobody
boy.
not
Brother,
doing
come
anything
on,
special.
Kid,
Boy,
nobody do Kid.
on the
She
love
not
a
doing nothing
point.
special. Me not say she do
Then,
nothing. Me say
then
I don't
she
say she
ready
do
for jump
anything
then.
for me to say that, Levon. I have to respectfully disagree with you. She has not done anything for me to say she's gone with it. It's an
Yeah,
open event.
which woman you have seen jump over 2 meters 6 this season? I know
I'm
it's
not
someone.
talking about season. I'm talking about
Answer
no.
the question. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
No,
All of that.
She has been unbeaten this season. So what are you telling me?
her season's best is actually 2 meters 3 stills.
Let us see how the finals play out.
well, but I don't understand. No. Might as well when have a world championships and we just call people and give them the medal.
Let me answer why.
Precisely.
No,
We
but
just send them
no.
an email to come and pick up the
No.
medals.
You know what? I'm going to be logical and serious right now. What I dislike is that people can't be honest once it's not Jamaicans. One can be honest and just call it
But
Jamaican.
I hold firm regardless of the country.
Hold on, boss. This lady has been unbeaten all season long. So why is it that we can't put some respect on her name to say that yes,
She's
she
a medal
is the woman?
contender.
She's a favorite.
Yeah, she's
She's
a
a favorite.
favorite.
No problem.
Overwhelming favorite, but
She
she
gone
knows.
with it. She's not.
But I won't disrespect the other girl, the other athletes them out there by saying, "Oh, you're short." No,
they said they're competing for silver and bronze, boss.
Of course they
Anything
are.
can happen
And,
because
anything
I hope
can
that when
happen.
I hope that when she win the gold medal, I hope that all of you come and say, Levon,
2000,
we were right
2011,
and we were wrong.
Bolt. 2011, Bolt had is where you could have said name written on a medal. In fast start. I'm not worry about the name. I give it to Jan Blake. You can any card can play anything possible.
Yeah,
Don't know.
Bolt first started, but had Bolt not carried on with his antics, I bet they would have put him back in that race.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Can't
they
talk.
had to make an example out of it. You can't.
Yeah, they have.
They had to. If they put him back in, World Athletics would have had a lot of discrepancy.
Yes, man, that would have been
Alright, so I'm
a
just going through.
problem.
I'm just going through this one quickly. The final eaters: Rochelle Clayton, Kraft kick from Germany, Britton Wilson, Florenzo from Italy, Built from South Africa, Ewell from Norway, and Barbosa from Portugal. It's
Yeah, looking
already off.
forward to see Rochelle perform well. I think she has probably a lot to prove because a lot of persons would say, she made the team by default as one of the our top prospects, the fastest one for athlete for the season over 4 hurdles for Jamaica. She
Right.
fell in the finals,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately. So
you
I'm
know how
pretty
far
sure.
except for one.
And again, it speaks to what we talked about not too long ago about you can't. It's not
Unpredictable.
over till it's over. Yeah, you have to show up. You have to
Russia can
perform.
win this seat based on the times coming in.
Yeah, it should be easy
I
run
think
for
she
her.
could win this particular heat.
But it's
Here
tough
to
for
do.
her.
I don't see her not winning this heat.
Well, I won't burst a bubble.
So
Well, she didn't. It was Britton Wilson who actually won. I had a
No, I'm
Florence
saying
and
she could.
Clayton
She wasn't
way
all
down in
out.
fourth. Clayton way down in fourth.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I don't think she's in shape at all, boy.
Top 4. She looked good for the first 300. Not sure what happened coming home. She ran 53.9 as a season basis
That's
this
not
year.
bad either. Good time.
It's good
50,
time, but
53.9.
she ran this season. Yeah,
This year.
this year.
So Leford was just talking about a couple athletes walking 53.9 just now, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
That's
not
right.
Two
one.
of them did.
We're talking about one person. Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney ran 53.95 and Ball, which is my dark horse, ran 53.90.
You call her a dark horse. I would say she's
Wait a
bright
minute, come again. Let's rephrase that. You said who is a dark horse?
Ball.
Okay, just checking because I think before
You
you
can't
came
call
on,
her a dark horse,
you
man. I
were
think she's
biased
a
because
bright
of the
horse.
same thing. But tell him
Huh?
that she ready.
I think
Tell
she's
him
a
the same
bright
thing, so
horse.
she ready.
She ready, man.
What
She
is
ready.
what exactly is she ready for?
Listen, we are talking about
She's ready to
European
challenge
women.
the top contenders. She's
Yeah.
ready to go at the world.
She's going to challenge. She's in shape to run sub 52. And once you run in sub 52, you are going to be in the conversation of of the championship in the
Should,
championship of between gold and silver.
should
This
these
is what I'm
conditions
talking about, the disrespect. No matter how Ball has been performing this season, Sydney ran world record twice,
Yeah.
basically.
I'm not saying no.
Put some respect
Hence
on
me
the young man. You
saying.
want to stop it.
So I can't, but I think I have the opportunity to choose, and I did say she's a dark horse, no?
true,
Okay.
Corey, but
But
still,
what?
but
As
I'm
in,
still,
going
all
to
right.
say
So,
she has
so
this is
from
it.
a
championship.
all right. So look at it. I'm not giving my observation from a fan's perspective. I'm giving my observation from a coach's eye. And based
Understood.
on her performance over the past couple of years, she has been steadily improving. I've been watching her from World Juniors, and has been from then I've been saying this girl bad, and she proved herself running 52.0 behind the world record runs of Sydney and Mohammed. And she's again coming down very good this season. You saw her 48 split on the 4x4 and a 4x4 mixed relays earlier in the championships. She in good shape to run sub 51 and sub 52. And if Mohammed or somebody decide that they're not going to run 50 sub 52 to win, then there you
And
go.
not just that either, Floyd. I think Floyd
No,
is also looking at the stats in terms of European developments. We watch Warholm, and that was how he developed.
Same thing.
Very
JAHEEL used to beat up Warholm.
exact same part. So
Yeah,
no
man.
surprise if you watch the race and she turned out to be the gold medalist or close silver because her development is within that range. Like,
no. This is where I have a problem with it now because you guys and listen. I get on a light
Thank
ball
you,
and
Kim.
dark horse and so, but
Thank
I
you.
think we are downplaying the greatness of Sydney because we're
Sydney is a superstar.
but let me tell you what we are doing. You guys are amping up ball. Ball can do this. But I don't hear the same enthusiasm. I don't hear the same
So
thing
what?
when we're talking about Sydney.
she gone with it. So
All
you know
right. So, all right.
This
So
is
look at now, pay attention. So watch this now. Everybody knows Sydney, but so then I'm just looking at the next person.
it's boring to talk about her.
It's boring to talk about Sydney at this point.
Talking
That
about
should
somebody
the world record again. Yeah, I am looking at who is next.
Talent.
That is where I am at. Who is
All right.
next?
All right.
Sydney is definitely a head and shoulders above everybody. And she proved that if we're looking at stats, if we're looking at championships, she is head and shoulders above everybody. She's a world of a talent.
I remember last night Akil asked a question, right? And he asked, who's a disappointment and who you think can be a dark horse? So I know just not even in the chat, I think we're saying that they don't think she's a dark horse because she's too talented. But ain't nobody, no analyst or anybody thinking that she can beat Sydney or Delia Mohammed. So that makes her a dark horse for that gold medal. And what I'm saying is based on the fact that it's how she look and how she been progressing, she's due to run something fast. I've been sure it's a hurdle race.
Yeah.
I scared to pick winners in the hurdle race because anything can happen.
Well, I disagree that she's been picked to lose to Mohammed because Mohammed has been injured all season. I think people will have her to favorite for the silver medal, but not for the bronze. Ball.
I think ball they put ball up
Only
here.
favorite for the silver, but not. Yeah, I don't think people have Delilah ahead of.
I don't know how that
because
48-second split is going to affect her though, because it will affect you. No matter who you are. If you run
Yeah,
40,
Shadow, that was what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesday.
it's going
3
to
days.
She have
3
only
days.
4 days to recover from that kid.
A lot of days.
What do you think about that recovery process?
That's 3 days of recovery.
Antioxidant, ice bath, relaxing.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure her handlers would have planned for it and put things in place to ensure, which is why she ran it. If she was running the 4 hurdles a day after, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be out there. So she had enough time to, get herself together and come out.
Now I try cutting the still, but after me say, well, you got 2 more jumpers to go for the first round. It look like we got both our people already cleared, so they're gonna keep on going through. So
Awesome.
everybody type of first round out 184.
Wonderful.
So that's a good.
When they get 195, as they get interesting.
Yeah. But my thing, Leford, with what he said, my thing is that why I say that she's too good to be a dark horse. For example, if you well, I assume everybody here watches football. Would you consider Germany to be a dark horse? No,
Why?
you wouldn't consider them to be a dark horse because they are a team who are good enough to win a World Cup. And my thing is that Ball is good enough to beat Sydney.
No,
She
It's
is good enough to beat Sydney.
tomato right now, to be honest with you, guys. It's the same thing like
No,
a
Kems,
Safa and Bolt in a race, and you want them in a race. It's like
Ke-
tomato. What I'm saying is,
Kems,
I'm saying she's a dark horse to win the goal because when both line up, nobody thinks that nobody gonna beat both. There's nobody when him and peak,
Ke-
if he can outrun him. What I'm saying is,
Kems,
Exactly.
Kems.
this
My thing
then
is that. Sorry about that. My thing is that Kems. Nobody's saying that the Sydney is not the overwhelming favorite. But what persons here are saying is that she has that Ball has the ability, has the capability to upset Sydney.
Which is why she's a dark horse. The fact that you said the term upset, that's what dark horses do. They upset the reign of things. So
They change the whole trajectory.
yeah.
listen. If FMK runs sub 52, I am booking Sydney to run sub 51. Come that race day.
Oh, I think you say like eat your shoes or
Oh
something.
no, man,
me
no,
like,
no. We are
me like
talking
expect
realistic.
that me
No
like a
man,
meal in my shoes.
no man, some
it,
realistic stuff,
it
man. Some
it will
realistic
be
stuff.
But
very interesting, to be honest with you,
but Kems,
because it,
No, but I know the beauty of this too. Should ball run sub 51, sub 52, that is what Sydney will need to run sub 51. You need
Oh,
that
but
push.
Kems,
You
as
get
I
me?
pointed to a couple shows back in the Kems, I believe this is where ball will actually run sub 52. And remember that I've been following ball from way, way, way out. Even before a lot of people really start to jump
And what do you pick her
against
for
me.
tonight?
She's like,
I mean,
hold
for
on,
the
boss, hold
finals,
on.
day after tomorrow.
I watch her progress this season, but I don't have her getting anywhere close to Sydney. I'm just being realistic and honest. Will she get the second spot? Likely.
Listen,
The
and,
thing
and
is that
see, you've
hold
been
on, boss.
following ball
Hold on,
all
boss.
this time. Hold on, one interjection. One
I know you
interjection.
guys. Let me
Yep.
finish.
All right, go on. Drew.
All right, so Mohammed no. Mohammed said that
Now
she's
you
fit.
see, I come off a ball. Let me drop him 1 point. So you've observed ball over the years from what we can fill up. Haven't you noticed over the years that ball has been closing that gap on the big two?
I've realized that Sydney keep pushing that world record further and further away.
But how far hasn't ball improved just as much?
Yes, she has improved, but
Okay.
the thing is that gradually Sydney has improved over and over and
no,
over each
but
season.
but
Ball has
also, but
improved as yet.
Corey, I can't make you get you with that, Corey, because let us be honest. And as a coach, you know this. When you're at the base, your room for improvement is so much greater than when you're
Correct.
at the top. So, for example, when a bolter run a 9.6 or whatever, his room for improvement is just so little to a man where I run all a 10.2. So you can say, okay, he might close the gap. But is he really and truly closing the gap? Is ball really and truly closing the gap? Because
Yes. Yes, fact. You can check the stats.
No man,
So where
ball.
she's normally being beaten by a second, she has moved down since the last World Championships to half a second,
But well, to me, if you
irrespective of the progress that Sydney has made.
to me for me to be honest, from if you're comparing from 2019, yes, she has closed the gap. But if you're comparing last year to this year, she hasn't closed the gap as yet.
I mean, well, this is a test. World Championships is a test.
This is a
Yeah, she
test.
has.
Yeah, so this is a test. So I mean,
This
this
is a
is what
test.
you look at
as
head-to-head matches. You look at head-to-head comparison. All right,
That is what it is.
let's compare Sydney as a junior versus Ball as a junior. I mean, I'm sure we see a picture I circulate right now, which we're very upset about with Anisha and Shelly in the background.
Mhm.
We're really upset about it, but
Viral.
it's coming from junior to later stages now. There's different levels again, like we explained yesterday, as regards training and training age and what you have been doing when you were 16 coming to now at 21, and it can limit your progress. or it can springboard you and shoot you forward. Even early in the conversation, we stated that Jaheel used to beat Christian Warholm as a junior. Warholm
Yep.
now is 26, world record at 45.
Yep.
Several things that we can definitely look at. So again, back to the gap we're into in comparison with Bowl and
No, nobody's name is written on a medal anywhere. Nobody has stake or claim to any medal.
Yeah,
Everybody will have to line up and
And
everybody will have to run.
and remember, as I stated prior, at the championships, world championships and Olympics, you're not competing against time. You're competing against individuals. The time is secondary.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, sure. And kid, when you say, oh, nobody's name is written on a medal, trust me, we know that. But when we look on the probability of who is going to win the medal and we break up the probability, I like Sydney chances to win the gold. If I had to bet my house, I'm betting my house on Sydney to win the gold. I'm not betting my house on Ball. I'm not. And I'm sure most of you guys aren't
I would
either.
bet my house on anybody because anything can happen.
No, well, I mean, kid, but again, if we go around and we talk about that, then we'll never pick a winner for a race because anything can happen in any
That's
possible
what you're
race.
saying. I follow you. I follow you. I follow you. But they will have to run the races. They definitely. Sharika is an overwhelming favorite in the 200 meter, but she has to run. She has to go out there. She has to execute.
All right, question. Look at this 400-meter hurdles. Could it consist of only 3 countries? 4
No,
athletes from the US, 3 from Jamaica,
no,
1 from the Netherlands.
no.
Which event?
The hurdles were just run. No.
why?
They said why?
Yeah, you can't just say no. We don't know good reason behind it.
Yeah, give her
Okay. So my
All
so
of
my
the
reason
three ladies,
so my
the
reason
three
behind it
Jamaican.
so my reason behind it, as I stated before the World Championships even start, I just don't think that and we just saw the race as evidence. I just don't think that Rochelle Clayton is good enough to make it to the finals. And again, you can tell me about world rankings all you want, but I don't think right now consistent hurdling for her to make it into the finals. I'm going to see the semifinals drawing a little bit, but I don't think she's one of the 8 best women here in order to make it to the final. And this is just my personal opinion. And the race that I just saw really solidified for me.
And once again, Kems, you are wrong. She is in the top 8 in this
Boss,
field.
I just said don't tell me about world rankings, boss. That's what I said. I know that she's in the top 8 via world
Point
rankings. That's
taken.
why I said don't tell me about that. I'm talking about the performance that I'm seeing.
You just said that she's not in top 8 going into this field.
Jesus.
That's what you just said a while ago.
Akil, that's not what I said.
That's what you said.
Okay, because you probably don't comprehend. So I said, do not tell me about world rankings. That's what I'm saying, because I know that she's in there. So don't tell me about the world rankings. But when I look at the performance, similar to when I saw Ewan Blake in the 100-meter heats, I said there's no way that guy going to make the finals because he's just running too hard and laboring too much in the heats. Same thing I think for Rochelle Clayton. She get a very simple heats and she was struggling. So I just don't see her making it to the
But there are
finals.
times, Kim, when people do that in their heats. There are few times when people look really, really horrible. And for whatever reason, they come back and clean it up. You never
Yeah.
know. It could be
Well,
some.
I agree. I am on Kim's side this time.
But just
But-
I say,
I agree with him too, but I'm just explaining to him that an athlete can have a bad race today.
no.
And tomorrow have a good race.
Certain athletes.
Yeah.
That's his reasoning. I just ask him why. So I don't think we should even argue, really reason why. You give him why, and him
Right.
say that. So let's just if
So I'm guessing you disagree, Leford. So tell me why you think it can happen.
I'm not saying I'm disagreeing. I just wanted to know.
I don't think nobody could
I
disagree.
don't want
with
you to just say no, just to say no. But give me a logical reason as to why. Because again, as as Devon keep on emphasizing, we are trying to bring some information towards people that's watching. We don't want people to
Truth.
So we want to make sure we can give them some information.
And
Say, hey, it makes sense. And like
So-
what you just said, makes sense. But
True.
and
basically, they don't want a passionate response like you did with Elaine.
yes, no passion or patriotic response. We want some statistics and some logic.
Actually, I want it.
As I want a passion.
Listen.
like the
Listen.
controversy and the contrast.
It makes a great discussion.
That's true.
But
Listen,
I don't
think
to the question, I don't think it's far fetched to only have 3 countries. To be honest with you, reason being, I mean, I know Rochelle Clayton. If whoever been watching her over the years, she normally runs back. She normally run a good last 100. I think it looks she has a new coach, so which means she probably changed, a race strategy or race plan. But she has been there before, and when she got a bronze, nobody expected her to get a bronze. So with that being said, oh hold up, 200 walking out on the screen. So I guess that's coming up next. But yeah, with that being said, it's possible. It's a strong possibility. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Cheyenne Simon young lady, but
Salmon.
yeah, it's possible. It's possible that we could have three of those countries.
Even my girl, from the US, I'm a love her bad, but I don't think she's making it to the finals either.
Who?
The ball-head one.
Shamir?
Yes,
Shamira Little.
Little. Yeah,
I don't see
think she
anything from
make
her that tells me she's not going to make the final. I don't see 7 people that stopping her. 8 people stopping her. I could say 6 people stopping her from getting there, but not 8. Because remember, it's about first 2 and then times. I don't see you.
Look at it like this. JAHEEL made it to the finals with one of the slowest times. So
Sure.
it just come down to
he got a
semi-finals.
favorable semi-final.
Come down to the semi-final.
You don't think he got a favorable semi-final?
Yeah, he got an easy semi-final.
Certainly.
Definitely.
Leford, what you thought about JAHEEL race?
I think he did enough. Enough in his semis. He did enough to make it through. He had what I guess his semi wasn't as loaded. I mean, I benefit from that before as well, where 2012, that's what made it to the finals. It was only the 2 automatic qualifiers that made it back. Or the semifinals, a guy ran 47.9 and didn't make it.
All right, so
that goes to show you.
No, finish.
Yeah, so that goes to show you the luck of the draw and how these semifinals play out. It plays a big role in it. So sometimes, I guess, winning your heats, they will be make different from you coming second because you might get a lot of the semifinals where you really 2-1 end up in. So,
Yep.
All right, so the women's 200 meter will be on track shortly. Semifinal 1. And in semifinal, we have Gina Bass from Gambia, Rosemary Chukuma from Nigeria, Aminatou Sini from Niger, Jenna Prandini, Akil's favorite from USA, Sherika Jackson from Jamaica in lane 5, Mujinga Kambunji from Switzerland in lane 6, Jacinta Beecher from Australia in lane 7, and Tanya Gaither from the Bahamas in lane 8. So it's the first 2 that goes through automatically, and the next 2 fastest time. So people in the comment section, go ahead and tell me which 2 you have going through. And gentlemen on the stream, go ahead and also tell us which 2 you have.
Jackson and Seni.
Seni, go and pull Jackson. I make sure probably
run. Yeah, like how
Seni is just me. No, brother. Me no know.
But if so, all right. Look, all
I have
right.
strong opinions on these.
Let me get a Lord, woman. So Corey, remember ask you something as a coach, right? So Kid is saying that Seni will pull Jackson, but I'm saying if it's 2 qualify, why would you really need to run down quote unquote Seni? Just come second.
Lane. Depends on what our coaches tell her.
Oh, lane.
Yeah, you're running for lanes. So the winners will get preferred lanes between top 2-3 heats. The winners will get between 4, 5, 6. Well,
Okay.
5, 6, 7. And then you don't want to be stuck too deep on the inside, especially for Jackson and her height. And not everybody want lane 8. So winning kind of puts you in favor of getting one of those lanes.
All right. So after Prandini drop out, then we don't want to hear nothing more about Prandini after this. All right, boss.
Something that there's one more thing. I think I'm not sure if I'm the only person that realized it is a 9-lane track, but they still stress to use lane 1. I mean,
And they only use lane 1 for they didn't use lane 1 for any other hurdles.
Yeah, the 400 hurdles. They
use it? They skip lane 1. But I don't know why they use it for the 200.
I mean, and that's the thing. That's why I'm just curious because normally when you got a 9-lane track like that, they would
put on the outside.
2 to 9, right?
2 to 9. That's what they do in London. Maybe in the finals there might be something different, but it's interesting to watch and see. But let's see it progress.
Interesting to see how Kambunji performs.
Kambunji running for one of these places, fastest loser, or if she can try, sneak in for second. Kambunji is one of those athletes where she's talented, but she runs with a lot of heart. She runs with a lot of heart and she fight.
Yeah, you
so
can't count out big
you
hearts.
can never count her out. Prandini fourth looks secure in this one though. Our fourth place looks secure in this one.
Hey, leave Akil alone, okay?
Huh?
Leave Akil alone and stop talking about Brendan.
Leave Akil alone. Well, I can't. Well, of course, my internet. Well, my stream is way ahead. So when I might have forgot that nice too.
Just wait a turn.
When?
Just wait a turn.
Aye. Aye.
Bro, that's crazy.
Aye. Aye.
That is crazy.
Aye.
21-6 easing down.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, man. She ready, man.
21-68.
Yo, world record is definitely under threat. There is no question about it.
What's saying it, man?
I don't think
Well,
So Saini came second.
Saini
Saini
came
came third.
Remember
Where's
saying
Prandini?
Kambuji? Is that Kambuji in third?
Yep.
Yes.
No. It's
Yes.
Cambodia. Is it? Wasn't?
Third.
Oh, they beat Prandini on the land.
Prandini
Yeah.
this. Prandini
Prandini came
Jackson,
fourth.
Seni, and Kambunji. That's the big three. They're all gonna make the final.
Wow.
Cambodia get national record 22.05. Awesome.
Was Sharika trying to go that
There's
fast?
a trick to this still, I mean, let's dissect this. 21-67.
She had a
Wow.
maximum following win too. Let's take that into perspective. The maximum allowable win. So that was, if this was the final, boy, this should have been the final.
No, but the thing is, the 200 wins have been really good. The 200 wins have been really good.
You're the only one watching this.
I hope it's the same thing tomorrow night.
Hey.
Is
Akil,
that national record? 22
Mr.
5 national
Akil,
record.
please say sorry to us. Please,
Mr. Henry, you
Abby.
ready for apologize now?
About what?
She probably still get in, man.
Yeah, that
Nobody
makes sense.
apologize.
Apologize.
Wait till after the last semi-final, Akil. You don't owe anybody any apology.
You have to listen to the expert them up here, man. The man, they know what they're talking about, Akil. When these gentlemen tell you stuff, they are not talking nonsense.
No, but the thing about it, Nakir, is that Akil is actually good at track and field, but
And I talk madness.
he fantasizes about certain athletes and especially Jamaican athletes. So,
I like his perspective.
but here are people. For those who missed the race, I posted the race in the chat. So just look for the link that I just posted and go ahead and connect with it. And also, people, go ahead and like the stream, subscribe, and if you feel generous, leave a super chat. And gentlemen, what we should remember, there's a day break between now and the final. Don't be shocked to see that a very super fast time in that final. Come what,
There's a
Thursday?
day break. When is the finals?
Thursday.
She'll be all right. Something, gentlemen, we often talk about Flojo, supposedly bogus 100 record. And we say bogus because
Yeah, call the thing bogus,
a
fam.
lot of experts, no, I said we say bogus. People say bogus because a lot of experts and people in the world said that it was a windy day and the wind gauge wasn't working or whatever. A lot of things happen. And so people tend to question that world record, but it is the world record and we have to accept it. But I think sometimes we overlook how good Flojo was. Forget that record. The 200-meter world record is nothing to scoff at. Somebody run 21.3. That's extremely fast. We always have talked about the 100 record. Is not true. But if you look at the 200 record, sometimes you tend to believe that there's a lot of truth to that 100 record because that 200 time is stupendous.
Yep. It was definitely related. And you can't
10-4.
and you can't within that same time. I think that same race Grace Jackson was in it and she ran 21.6. Grace Jackson was in that same world record race and ran 21.6.
Or 21.
No, man, 21.7 Sharon. 21.7 Sharon.
Okay.
Because Merlin Ati had the national record for many years until
21.63 or 61.
Yeah, until Ilian eclipsed it.
Hey, so I don't know if you guys are seeing the interview that I'm seeing. So Louis Johnson is basically asking Sherika Jackson if she was surprised at the time. And she was like, absolutely not. 200 is one of my favorite events, and I'm fast and I'm strong. So this wasn't surprising for me. She said after the national trial, she went and she worked on some stuff, and now she have a day rest, so she's expecting something great. So I don't
Yep.
know. I don't know if it's a 21-4 or I don't know what's coming, but
World record is definitely on that trip, and anybody can tell. Even the
Well,
blind
she going for it. She definitely going for it. She going for the win, and with the win, hoping for a win. I think what would be very helpful for her on that world record is that somebody come off for the corner in front of her.
probably. And
Yeah,
knowing
if,
Shelly, she gonna get that chance.
If that happens, it's trouble.
Shelly, still.
yeah,
She's
man.
going to
Somebody
run down
comes
that
up.
person.
Yeah, somebody needs to come off with a world record, and then she needs somebody with her up to 150 after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Shakes in the comment section saying that 21.35 coming.
All right.
That's a good goal, good call.
I like.
Unrealistic.
All right. So in lane, not lane. I mean Eat. Let me go again. In semi-final 2, we have Odiang of Bahrain. We have Jessica Yabi from Ivory Coast, Tamara Clark from USA, Dean Asher Smith from Great Britain, Beatrice Masalingi from Namibia, Elaine Thompson Era from Jamaica, Victoria Cristina Rosa from Brazil, and Ngocha from Nigeria. Which two to make it through?
I say
Gentlemen.
Elaine and Asha Smith. Those are my calls. And I'm sure,
Masculini, all three. Those are the big three in this one.
yeah.
Elaine.
Tamara Clark got the better of Asha Smith yesterday as well. So she's not one to overlook. So this is not a walk away
It's
semi-final.
a very tough semi-final.
Yeah, you have a solid four. Yeah, you have a solid 4 athletes, so it should be very interesting.
The last 60 meter will kind of tell you what's gonna happen.
And I know certain people will be looking forward to see, if Elaine is in good shape, and can, show that she in contention for a medal, right, Kems?
well, Elena, if you take a L this year, man. Just say her shoulder and her foot and her toe and
Her ears,
Yeah,
left
man.
ears,
Eyes.
everything.
You know what I shall say though? You see that 200-meter final come Thursday? It won't be close. It will be just like Jamaican trials.
I don't know. Well, probably.
Wait
You
a
still have
second.
Elaine for your mind, Kems, don't you? Kems, yeah, you're looking at the camera and talk, Kems. You still have Elaine for your mind. Talk the truth.
Why can't be close?
Elaine is not in the same.
She's so far right off the field right now, fam, and even Elaine herself said that she's not in the best of shape because I asked her about the 200-meter and she did say that I'm not in the best of shape.
Elena cried for a long time.
Yeah, man. Cry foul.
Long time.
Political answer.
Never hear her under, I'm just leave it alone. Yeah.
Nobody losing going to them in the best shape of their life.
Yeah.
So she says she's gonna beat them 10 to 15 meters.
When Elaine won at the Olympics, what was the distance between she and Mbama? Was it around 10?
21.5 to 21. Is it 21.9?
21.9. Okay. It was 21.9?
I believe so. Come on, 21.0.
That's your week. Take up a lighter wig.
Whose background that's allowed, man? This Odiang girl makes the. I wonder if she's originally from Bahrain because Bahrain has been doing some heavy recruiting like KC over the past couple of years.
Hey. Not my fault, y'all can't recruit.
Interesting to see if Masilinga will break 22 seconds. She's been knocking on the 21 door the past couple seasons. Is she still a junior?
Yeah, remember this time, 22:08. That's the time that's on the bubble. 22:08.
Wow.
Q, be quiet.
I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I won't rob you.
Tamara Clark, Dina Smith, million times in in that order.
Yeah,
Wow, Os.
wow, Oz. Give
Wow.
man a chance.
Wow, host. Thank you, host. Yeah, just Alien, nobody go to finals, yeah, man. Just drop out from there. Save the embarrassment.
No embarrassment, man. She got
Alright,
the semi
so
for sure.
Dina actually got it.
Who is this guy? Late joining. I mean, Elaine is still good in the small Q position. She might get lane 8 at the final. I think she won lane 8. She ran 21.97. So that put her in as a small Q for now.
Yeah, that's a good season's best. I can't knock that at all.
Yeah.
It was a very tight race, a good race. This was, as you say, a
She
semi-final.
won in a lane 8, man. I must lane 8 she won.
It looked like she did a try bust a Sherika from the Olympics doing a boss. Like I see I kind of slow down business.
I won't think that is trying to slow down.
No, I think
But Kim, stick up in a minute.
But she made the final.
Stick up in for a minute, though, Kim. You know, so beat Akil on a regular on the show, but I have to give Akil a props because Akil called Tamara Clark on a couple stream about that. She did look well.
That was a good call, Akeem. Good call. The time is fast. The times are really fast. Alien is fine. She'll be in the final. She doesn't have to make up her mind. Forget lane 7, 8 or 1.
She's not getting 7, sir. If it's 2 Qs,
8 or 1.
8 or 1.
It'd probably be 8 or 2.
I think Alien was running
a 2 or 9.
Gotcha. Like what's this? Ooh, like what is?
She was running very comfortable though. Let me see if we can get a better feel.
She never pushed, but
Alien never, to give her credit where credit is due, she never was going that hard. She was really
comfortable. I think she could respond.
But I was just about to say, it's one thing to not pushing. There's another thing to not pushing if you have nothing to push.
Yeah, I don't think she'd respond. I think she was clear.
She looked comfortable to me.
Like she don't look like she had a response.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Dina bring Dina out. Akil, it's okay.
Tamara Clark was burning the chocolate.
I don't feel no way, Silzo.
I tell Akil,
it's okay.
Levon, you talk about big up Akil.
Ian run 21.97, gentlemen. That's fast.
Yeah, that's a season's best.
That's very fast. Good. Give credit where credit is due. That's pretty fast. I don't think she was pushing either. The American girl was all out.
Yeah, she did well. I think that's her PB. She probably equally.
Them tell her say go on go run because you're not gonna have a chance.
No, that's not her PB. That's not her PB.
Yeah, but she ran 21.9, so it's in and around her PB.
Yeah, she's not really best range. It's a few hundred of a second off.
Anyways, wait, as I was saying, I don't feel no way.
Just to make sure, man. That's all.
Yeah, no, man. That's okay. You make a call. Sometimes it go through. Sometimes it not go through.
No,
stand by your word, Akil. I appreciate it.
That one wasn't going anywhere anyway.
Listen, you stand up in the Alien truck, firm case. Hello, Akil.
Quarry, turn on the TV, little boss.
Now my TV mute, so somebody else's TV.
Yeah. All right. So listen, Corey. What I can say is that, well, listen, Elaine run 21.9 now at the Jamaican trial. She run 22.07, right? So she's making strides.
Right.
Let's see in the finals if she can, and with a day's rest, calm down your nerves, get some massages in. You know.
You probably need to give her a pep talk, man. Let her know that people out here believing in her.
Yes. At this stage, Corey, you have to have that self-belief, boss. You have to believe in yourself at this
That
time.
is right. That is right.
All right, come up, Abby Steiner.
All right. See that? I like it.
Yeah, Corey.
You see a quick man switch?
No, man. Abby Steiner.
Quick.
What room, boss?
All right, you have Joella Light from Antigua, Jessica Bianca Wesoli from Germany, Gabriela Ania Suarez from Ecuador, Faithful Feely, Nigeria, Absteiner, USA, Shelly and Fraser Price, Jamaica, Ida Korstov from Denmark, and Dalia Kadari from Italy.
Shelly look like she can grab a third place in this one. I have Absteiner to win, Ophelia second, and Shelly one of the fastest losers. Probably saving her energy for the final.
You are very disrespectful.
If I had said Elaine one of the fastest losers just now, you'd have said the same thing probably.
No, I would agree with you because I didn't know that already. But for the lady we just run 10.67.
Yeah, but
very
come
disrespectful.
on, Leford. Let us not act like that 10.67 will translate into this 200 meters.
No, but gentlemen, I don't think 21.7 is anything to scoff at. Let me ask, because I don't think things actually are some little dibby runner. 21.7 is our personal best. 21.79, I believe, or somewhere.
And 21.7.
That's slow. That's fast.
But listen, again.
And we're not saying that we don't know what she's going to do. She had 3 weeks to prepare for a balanced championship. You don't know where she's at, so we have to wait.
But Kate, let us go off what you always say. You always tell us about the farm book. That 21.7 was last year, right? This year she don't broke 22 seconds in the 200 meters. Let us talk about people who actually break 22 seconds. Let us look at Abby Steiner right there.
Tell them two girl good luck catching her when she come out for the corner.
All right.
She's going to be a problem in the 200. She wouldn't come in here. I know the coach shouldn't put her in it unless he knows she's capable of doing so.
I heard that at the Olympics and Mr. Gabby Thomas come run past her.
She is good. She was a bronze medal. Well, let me leave that one alone. She was really the bronze medalist in my opinion. But
some foolishness about
nothing is wrong with bronze medalist in my mind.
Kid, they say next time I'm gonna come and they need to pay the channel a year.
Okay. I agree, Levon. I agree. Hold me to that.
Come on.
Yeah, but I just want to make a point though that Shelly have to run the semi-final because you have to run faster than 22.05.
So you are the one with the noise in the background. Mute the TV, boss, when they're jumping on.
The boss are trying to talk over MTVs.
I guess now is a good time to test the theory, but everybody was saying why Abby Steiner like them supposed to tired.
Kems, isn't she beautiful?
Come in.
Just look at her. Isn't she beautiful?
Oh, come on, man. Abby Steiner, man.
So that's why the emotional reasoning.
Well, emotional, I'm going off the farm book, Leford. The farm book showed me that she ran 21.8 and 21.7 on the same day.
So the whole collegiate circuit don't count in our factor.
Well, I could see Mr. Coach Q tell me say Abby Steiner is one of those athletes who probably have a big range. So let us see. 100, 200, 400. Let's see if it affects her tonight. I know she's winning this semi-final though.
I love the confidence, Kems.
Yeah, man, she's winning this one, man. I know you have the TV before me, so you good see something more, I see it, and I laugh off.
No, the race not started. It's about to start on my side, though, but I won't disclose.
Watch it. Listen, hear the cheers for such a young woman who just come in a track and field on the professional level.
Yeah, she's in Oregon. A crowd favorite.
I'll be back, gentlemen.
Where is Kems? Where is Kems, boy?
Hey, be quiet.
Cuz.
Be quiet.
Shots fired.
Kems, what did you say?
Shots fired. Don't tell him yet.
21-83.
Be respectful.
That no.
Make him come so Leford can tell him I'm disrespectful again.
I'm gone. No, I don't see that fella. No.
Him not gonna come back now.
Oh, boy.
And guess what? Yeah, she was actually easy down to uniform.
So who wanna talk about Shelly no more? I don't want to know more. I want to run on the mouth now. And listen
We
to the expert
don't talk to the slow. We don't talk to the people that see the streams.
Again,
Blacks, they don't listen to us on the Blacks. These guys.
Hold on. Because again, before a lot of y'all joined, and it was me and Levon and Vinny, I said, Shelly is looking dangerous. Before, Vinny can recall the conversation. That's it. She look a whole lot, better. She don't look like she had dead. Just based on her 100 form. How she look? She don't
Just
look
enough to qualify my queen. Just enough to qualify.
Oh, you were still here.
Let's get back to the drawing board.
Yeah, John Wilshire, Lord God.
Move on from the topic already,
Hey, listen, what are we?
We're on to the men now, Kems. We're talking about the men now, Kems. The men semi-finals.
Move on already.
Yeah, we already discussed that. We already discussed that.
No,
Yeah,
we're talking.
It's the men. No, we're talking about the men 200 semis now.
No. Hold on. On a real, we discussed it already.
Yeah, but nothing was there. Nothing was there to say. It spoke for itself.
Bro, she has trouble.
You guys think the sweep is on or alien to?
No, hold on. Put up the broom, fam. Put up the broom.
Again, me tell Achilles when I jump on the stream, Achilles, mute the background, fam, please.
Hold on, don't pull on the broom too quick, Achilles. The broom, I don't know.
No, man.
It's kind of tricky.
The broom not ready yet, man.
The broom not ready yet. The broom is dependent on Elaine. So unless Elaine comes, listen, she carry the broom tomorrow or Thursday, then we're in game.
I think Elaine
your pick look shaky now, brother.
Which pick?
So,
again, no, listen.
Kambuji is in the finals, by the way. Just wanted to
Kambuji is in the finals.
Yeah, I picked her for the finals, and Jenna Prandini is not there. Once again, let's just repeat that one. Jenna Prandini.
Stop trying to take off the pressure upon you and drop it on Akil.
But what very disrespectful.
You were very disrespectful, sir.
What is
hold on. No, and it's not that. You went to the length of even saying that not even the third is saying that 10-6 cannot matriculate to anything in 200 and all of these things, and 21-7-9 was in the books last year. Yeah, there was no.
Corey. Okay. All right, let us take off our bias hats now, Corey.
I have no bias.
What did I say wrong? I said she haven't broke 22 seconds since, and I'm going off Kate standard.
No. I said that didn't mean anything. Remember, I told you that.
Stop trying to drag Kate in.
Coach would not have placed her in the event.
I'm going to tell you what you said wrong.
Okay.
You said Shelly was going to finish third and get a single P.
Okay.
And that her 100-meter time that would not translate, doesn't necessarily translate to 200. Those are the two statements that you made are very flawed.
Okay, I can accept that.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
everything else you said was fine, but those two statements were the disrespect. That's where the disrespect lies.
You're right though, separate that part, because you already know what was going to happen. So, Coach Q, you mentioned it, and it's really realistic, right? We spoke about it just now that Sherika needs someone to come up that curve before. Looking at
And
Shelly
that
right
is
now, I'm basically that
Shelly
she's in.
is the person,
I already
and
There you
stated.
go.
I
and
already,
Shelly will carry her to 150.
I already stated that she can either carry her or she can shake her up.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so that's why I say
Interesting
all
to
the
see the
top one.
lane draw.
Huh?
Interesting to see the lane draw, because if she's in
And Lillian
front of
Shelley get
Sharika,
lead off Icona.
yeah, no, if she right in front of Sharika, it is. I think it will give Sharika a lot more running to do. If she get behind Sharika, then it's if she might start to Sharika.
But Travis Michael, discuss
Yeah.
coming up now. You want to give
Yeah.
us
All right, so yeah. I'll do that in a quick sec. But before I get there, remember people in the chat. Remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And here's the aim for tonight. I think we're currently at what 2,440 producer. That's correct. All right, so yeah, 2,440. So let's get it to 2,500 before the night culminates. Come on, people. Remember, if you feel generous and want to leave a super chat, you can do that as well. So let's get it going. Let me just give the listing for the men's discus final.
I'm concerned about Dakers for Jamaica.
Oh, please,
They
that's
suffered.
inside information, whatever.
All right, so let me just run through the lineup quickly. So you have Daniel Stahl from Sweden. You have Freferica from Romania in Freferica in is the next one. Then you have Matthew Dende, you have Frederick Lakers, Alex Rose, Lucas Sandinga, Travis Michael, Christian Che, Michaelis Alekna,
Uh,
Peterson, Andreas Godzias, and Sam Mattis. For me, I'm just going to throw out these three. The medals can go anywhere. So I have Che, Stahl, and the youngster Alekna to get those medals.
that boy Che.
Been winning all year.
Star might show up, but Che is
He has
a
been winning
monster.
all year.
Hey,
Yep,
so,
is a monster.
hey, I know we were talking about something earlier, and I just want to get back to it really, really quickly. So, Leford, listen to this. Heat number 2.
yes, Ilian husband talk.
No, man, another 200 may I talk about, man. Listen. Fenke Ball, Britton Wilson, Shamir Little, Rochelle Clayton. That is semi-final. That's semi-final 2 for the 4 hurdles 2 days from now. Or tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow. All right, that is the thing. So knowing this information now, Leford, and I know you say Rochelle Clayton, your friend and all them something, but from an objective standpoint, you think she can come out of this semi-final?
Yeah, you're mute.
So the rule is top 2 and 2 fastest losers. So all right.
Yeah.
And today with Ball. So Ball out top 1. The Finland girl look good.
The Finland girl in there too. And
Yeah,
then
Finland
Britton
girl look
Wilson.
good. I mean, they go tough, but there's a possibility.
It
They go tough. I don't see her getting an automatic spot.
Okay.
I do not see an automatic spot. But
It looked like a PB race.
She have to run her very best race to make it.
Yeah, it looked like a PB from it.
Just like we talk about earlier on with the draws with semifinals, or people will get lucky and get some semifinals with
Yeah.
She happened to a hot one, the 2 US girl and the Finland girl unborn. Yeah, that's pretty hot.
That rough.
Like I think, like when I look on Cheyenne Salmon semi-final, that's the easy semi-final for her. It's only Sydney in the semi-final.
Well, I wouldn't say only Sydney. There's still other ladies that made it from the heats.
So it's a much easier semifinals to handle. Correct.
Much easier.
Correct.
Yeah, so yeah, a much easier semi-final. And then obviously the first one, you have Genevieve Russell and Dalila. And the other females will make it from the heats as well to the semi-finals. So
You have the Ukraine young ladies. I can see 3 leaving from semifinals on as well. The Ukraine, that's she should make it out too. Because as you can see the numbers, that's 3, 4, and 5 in the world that's lined up in the race.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely somebody have to go run. Russell have to go run. Because Delilah going to probably sweep them early and them have to go run back and try to catch her. So it'll go them going to run for the second place. So some running going to take place tomorrow.
So I know we were talking about the little thing.
Give me a sec, Kims, before you go. Big up Zibel for the super chat. Respect, man. Continue.
Yeah, so I know we were talking about the lane things earlier, right? And obviously, I look like them now use lane 9. But, so them give Rochelle Clayton lane 8 for her semi-final. What you think, based on what we know so she need to do? Would you say this is a good lane for her so she can just run?
I think that's best for her. And if you know her and her running style, she's not the best hurdler out there in the 400 hurdles. So that will help her a whole lot better with dealing with the turns and all of that. So and focus on her race. The fact that she can be tunnel vision and focus on her race, that's gonna always be a good advantage. So I'll shuffle it, let's go run, stay in her lane, and she should be fine.
Okay, all right, cool. Thank you for that. I just wanted to just. To know.
So everybody got the news about Johan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So them take him out.
Swell up right leg or something like that.
What him did I do?
I jump on it too hard, man.
Alpha Sun needs swallow up.
Stop, Leford.
When I stop. The same thing last year.
Yeah, I see what time last year for true.
Yeah, John, the man said last night, the man said last night, so yo, and I check and feel again, so I can talk and I feel like.
Sure, I'm a friend, but me message him to and say what I'm telling you.
It's a good decision for him to do that. The best decision in the championship so far.
No, the decision make too late. It should have made from last year. Say, nah, run the 200 and run 100 alone.
Good. You know, I thought that when I saw him at trials, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, why am I double? Like, you know the condition.
He doesn't need to double.
You're not the best in the world again. Stop, you know.
I don't like see champions get beaten, you know. I don't know about you.
But
When you're good at what you do and you realize you can't do it anymore, you should kind of just
does Johan really think that he can't do it anymore? Because we can probably think that, but does Johan
Yes, sir.
himself? Does
You're
Johan
mad.
himself?
Them the fast on him. I want to tell you. Look like you don't know you want. When in high school, you want to tell us some of the best 8, 15, everything, any race you may beat people in. What you talk about? You want in your one mind, them the fast like him. In your one's mind. I can tell you that for a fact.
Hey, I ran against you on 1 year at national trials. I think it was like in class 3. The time I'm in a class 1 at the junior trials, and I did the bossiest thing. And the man said, "Oh, I'm me, I don't know, oh me, and I can't beat me. I can't bigger and all and thing." I said, "Okay."
Oh yeah. But no, you know, all fun and joke aside though. Fun and joke aside, that's do for his career's sake and for his value, I really think he needs to just focus on the 100
Yeah.
people with his career. That's
Yeah, I
just
agree.
from a career standpoint.
How I feel about Blake
because he doesn't want to retire, and that's his life.
No.
If he feels like he wants to do it, let him do it. But just I don't like
That's
sex and get beaten. You know,
Again,
True,
Kate,
but as my feeling for Blake is the same way I felt about Bolt after 2016. I think that should have been the time to stop.
Hey, so
beg
check me
him
out.
17. Remember that. But don't I beg them beg him. Literally beg him.
Yeah, no, them pay him.
Him and beg him.
Right, them pay him.
Then pay him and ask him. You know, he wasn't even going to training. You know how much practice he missed?
Hey, listen.
He's been missing practice before 2017.
2017 was the worst.
Yeah, just say.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was the worst.
So one talk before Levon talk about this, right? So Elaine get lane 2, Shelly get lane 6, Sharika get lane 4.
The grade of 5.
I love Lillian.
Tamara Clark get lane 5. Abby Steiner get lane 8.
Oh, yeah, she really not gonna medal now for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
She in problem.
Shelly, I got shot her by 50 meters.
Hey, this thing jumped. She cleared 196. Oh, she missed the first attempt.
She missed the first attempt, yeah.
Oh, it's one. Oh, okay. What's the national record again? Sorry.
I think I like 2 or something. 280. No, 198.
No.
198.
Should be 198. Sherry Francis.
She equal it, no? She equal the national.
She equal it, man.
Oh, she come up here. That she not a sponsor. She not easy. Cover it up here.
So
Them pay feed.
So how does lane 2 work for Elaine? Give me some optimism, anybody, please.
It's a good lane for her. It's a good lane. She could see what's going on.
Veronica won a medal from out there.
Veronica is
That's
different. Veronica is a different cup of tea, brother. We have not seen anybody in the history of track and field run a corner like Veronica. It's a different cup of tea.
Yeah, but
Veronica
still,
was definitely.
the fact remains.
Veronica is one of the better female curve runners.
Yes, man. She was just special. She
I said it before, and people comes to me either. But yeah, for me personally, I think she's the best curver I've ever
It's not
seen.
thing because that race she was not supposed to medal, period, and she shot everybody.
No, but I'm
Everybody.
talking about throughout her entire career. For me, she's the best curver I've seen.
Yeah, man, she is.
Yeah, man. And
Experts agree.
definitely have it.
A lot of
I think Jackson would have wanted lane 6 over lane 4.
Sharika is in lane 6, right?
I wish the other was.
lane 4. So
I wish the other was flipped around.
Yeah, I think it would have been easier
Actually,
better for
No,
Jackson to be 6.
No, man. Coach Q, I think it's perfect.
Like I said, good luck.
Because guess what? There's going to be a target in front of Sharika.
They must come catch Shelly.
Shelly, that's good. True, right.
That's nothing new. That's nothing new, Leford. That's nothing new.
Sharika go run to instructions. Front of athletes them run to instruction. They not just go there go run.
Yeah, and just go there, run, sir.
It's calculated. She not just run down Shelly because she's a Shelly. Them tell her what to do after the corner.
Yep.
To get the momentum into the straight.
First 30 meter, you will come and another front are going to say, when come off the corner, you're going to see Shelly in front of you. You'll catch her at 170. I just keep
we
working.
want to tell her to run a corner.
Yeah, but that's why Mr. Walcott have the counteraction feet and going to tell Shelly exactly how to beat her.
Yeah. And that is what I want to see, because at the end of the day, as I always state, at the championships, it's not about times. You're racing against individuals. So it comes down to 200. You can play a little bit of strategy.
Right now, it's about time, fam.
It will be interesting.
No, the time is after the fact.
It will be very interesting to see.
That's what I want to see.
And all right, so this is a little insider information. So why I am really eager to see Shelly run that 200 is because up to the national trials, observing her training, she was literally, trials was a workout session.
Right.
So even during trials, she was still training. She still had training sessions on the day she never run or whatever. So it just came out, she run the 100, whatever, and the 200 was just like a part of the workout for the day. So there was no plan, nothing put in place for trials. So they weren't trying to accommodate trials. Right. So the real work and dedication was dedicated to world champs, and especially for the 100 and deliberately the 200. It wasn't by chance to say, all right, probably can do a thing with the 200. Is actually competing. And I've always said a champion goes in any race with the objective to win.
Facts. And let's just go back to the comment section for a minute, because there's a lot of comments that we have been paying attention to. So here's LLC saying that this team 9th place overall. Tash Spencer saying that Elaine is my favorite of all times. Go Elaine, speed up time, girl.
I agree. It is speed up time.
Speed up time. The Elaine fan club is out.
Padlam saying that Elaine will struggle to medal.
No, like I never want to talk about this. I really never want to go into this, but the disrespect needs to stop. Like I'm very serious now. I am very serious. The disrespect needs to flipping stop. Like there is no possible way we have the fastest woman in the world and we are making ludicrous statements about somebody who will struggle to medal. Like what the hell are we really saying out there?
Can I say something?
What did he say?
Hold on, Leford. Now make a talk. But seriously, like we need to cut the garbage now. Like I'm really upset right now.
Speak up, Kems.
Foolishness, man.
Go ahead, Kems.
Like this lady just run 10.53 and then she just run what else? 21.54. This lady is the fastest woman in the world.
Not just last year. Last year.
Whatever. But she
That's not job applied. That's a terrible job right there. Right?
Well, I know she is widely known as the fastest woman in the world. To make blasphemous statements like she will struggle to medal is a total disrespect to the person who is the Olympic champion.
I just have one question for you. Just one question.
Hurting feelings now.
So earlier you said Shelly would not even win her semifinals. She will finish third in her semifinals to make the finals. and she just won the 100-meter, her 5th title. But you did not see that as a disrespect. But now we're going off of form, like you always say. And we can see Elaine form going backwards.
The farm book.
Of the farm book.
The farm book and her form going backwards. And now you're tightening your feelings talking
Leford.
about disrespect.
Listen,
Leford.
Leaf. All right, go ahead, Stride.
Listen, man. You see this man here? You see, if we were all on the Titanic together and it was sinking, this man would say, no, it's just a little hole in the boat. We can make it.
No, Stride. I think you use a duct tape and try to seal it out.
And duct tape and try to seal it. This is how much this man is trying to save Iliad right now. You understand? The boat are sinking and everybody are drop off. But this man is saying, no, it's just a little hole, come back on the Titanic. No, sir, it's a sink.
But Kems, the bronze medal wide open still. Ilian possibly can't get it because
after that semi-finals, kid.
Listen. And you guys, like all of you guys, listen, from Quarry to Stridex to Leford to Kid to Levon to Akil, no track and field. Listen, I bet let us give Elaine the benefit of the doubt. Elaine will get a medal. And then if she don't get a medal, okay. But let us not come out here and say she will struggle to medal.
That is the reason why.
All right, boss. So all of that sec. So boss, just now before Shelly ran, what did you say? Gabra is one of the fastest loser.
Listen what I said. I said Shelly will come third as a fastest loser because she won't push the metal because she's saving energy. Oh, now forget the extra part of myself.
No, sir.
I didn't actually say it.
No, but it wasn't in relation to. No, who you said was saving energy was Elaine. That's who you said was saving energy.
No, I said Shelly going to finish as third and get her fastest qualifying because she saved energy.
No. That was not the sentence, sir.
That was definitely not again, all right, watch this. Either way you put it, just like you said, myself, Strides, and Q, and K to a lesser extent, we're very familiar with track and field. Hence is the reason why we can say the stuff that we say. We don't just say stuff loosely. So
the guy at the
base. Kisha, look out for you. Kems, Kisha, look out for you. Go drink some water, Kems. See? Look out for you.
But no, needs to be purified also, not just any spring water.
But man say Kems Beck's body. Of course him.
No, man, but let's be real though, Kems. We have to pull out the farm book, like I said. And based on farm, as we are watching, we are seeing it, but we don't want to accept it. We are seeing that.
Leford, I understand totally what you're saying. But let me show you an example. When Shelly had that sprain toe, injury toe, whatever it is that she had that year, I never ever heard somebody say Shelly will struggle to medal in that race. Never.
Because she been injured. Why would they say that she injured?
Yeah, you already know the facts.
Why would you say that she injured?
But wasn't that the race that she come third in? She got a bless.
I was amazed. I was amazed that she medal.
We was amazed she medal.
I was amazed.
All right, Leford probably Uno, but me I talk about the regular fan. The regular fans.
But
it's a regular fan. It's a regular fan. Me I take on a while ago because him come and he's a Georgian as well. That is why I'm mad at him. He is a Georgian. Him know better.
So Kems, you just pointed out. You said that all of us on here know track and field, right?
Yeah.
So let's reason the thing now. Based on what we just saw, we are for the gold medal.
For the gold medal, I've had from an objective standpoint, I have Sherika to win the gold. From an objective standpoint,
not Steiner.
No, I had Abby Steiner for the bronze initially. No,
it was silver. It was silver.
I silver Kems. I change your mind.
Silver Kems.
Steiner?
No, Steiner was always bronze to me.
No, man, a bronze man.
And I said,
it's always been bronze.
And I said,
don't do it, man. A bronze man.
I said, when I see her through the rounds, I can either promote her or take her out.
Quickly. The men's 200 on track.
Yeah, let me
Come
show
on, Rashid, do. Oh, you want another one?
Sit down.
Curly's there.
From Billy and Curly for me.
fumbling if you work on him start, boy.
You know, honestly though, I from a track background, I do expect Curly should be running a better 200 than him running 100.
I agree totally.
And I'm just interested to see if the coach, which is the Alain Francis come out of Grenada,
And I'm not.
will
Well,
just.
you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at the turnout.
No, I think they went to work on the speed part of it because he already got that 400 base. Because that wouldn't be hard to get. So I'm trying to speed down.
Well,
So
that race just end their conversation.
What? The man? Sure.
That boy looks damn good, man.
So what about this college guy? What about all the college thing on his legs? Fambule, if I'm pronouncing it right. What about all that mileage on his legs?
No. Watch the race, you see.
Oh, so
him stop run, Q. Him stop run.
Curly.
Him stop run.
Him stop run.
Curly give up, man. The man that killing with running.
Can't carry.
He realized saying no speed catch up, so he just give up.
New national record for Alexander.
Yo, that killing with running.
But unfortunately, that don't
set
set good with me.
It don't sound good.
That don't set good with me though. As a quarter miler coming out to sprint, that don't set good with me right now.
A lot of things about Curly don't sit good with people, but hey.
Okay, that don't set right because if him 200 should have strong, if way stronger
than a quarter miler, once they're ahead, you can never pass them. I mean, they're supposed to be strong in the last 50, last 60.
Yeah, him favoring look like him a right leg. Yeah, because he make a stumble at about
150.
That was part of the discussion a long time ago. Why I'm saying never want to run him 200 because of some two or some Achilles. I know you said something here a couple of years ago. Why he actually switched to the 100 to be honest.
100, yeah.
Why he switched to the 100? Yeah, you can see discomfort in him in his left leg.
Or maybe he felt something.
No, but Leford, I've never seen Curly run a great 200 since him dropped down. I've never seen it.
And that is what I'm explaining just now. Because of the fact that he has
the curve
with Shelley. She had a toe injury or some foot injury, which they can't really navigate.
Go on the corners with it. Yeah.
You can't run a turn that well.
But Kems will never run 19.7 in a Doha where somebody just beat him. Noah Lyles just beat him.
Noah Lyles chase him down and beat him. But he been struggling with that. And you can see right there upon his face though. If you watch a replay, him keep on a grimace.
So 19.7 is a great 200 meter time. I want
19.7?
Yeah.
Boy, I can agree that and I start to say that average.
Okay.
At this stage, remember when the margin move, the average move too.
Yes.
Yeah. 19.7 average, I know. I would say these people are go backwards. Other than the young boy were 19.4. Everybody else can just stop this. That's why Lyles are beat them comfortable so easy.
I miss DeGrasse, boy. Because DeGrasse know to show up at these championships and spoil the American party. Like he that.
It looked like he was having a rough season.
Yeah, not really rough.
Like how Kim say, you use excuse him, he catch COVID a couple times.
But question, you guys realize that those 4 athletes that ran for the dam rip and won that gold medal in the mixed relays, all of them have been doing well individually at this championship.
Yeah, which add up to why they win the mixed relay.
I'm not surprised by that. I actually expected them to do well.
They have been doing well across the board. Hurdles, everything.
Uganda looks good, man.
But the thing about it is that the precedence is there now because if you look at it, the 400 meter hurdler, Felix Sanchez, he was from Dominican Republic. Liguinin Santos from the silver bronze medalist from 2012. He's from Dominican Republic as well. So,
yeah, Dominican.
You guys are from Alekna?
Yep.
That's huge.
So they just so for those who are not watching P-Bird, so they just interviewed Fred Curley and they asked him about the injury, and as accountable as he is, he didn't make any excuses. He said he'll be good. They asked him if he'll miss the 4x1. He says no, I'll be good. I'm ready to go.
So in other words, he never do an alien.
In other words.
No, quick question though. The alien did actually blame injury in a post race interview.
Yes,
didn't
sir.
hear.
No,
Well,
Oh,
she hasn't
I
played.
didn't.
What Gillian has done from a psychological perspective, she don't speak in confidence. It's like when Elaine in a good shape and she tell her she start to play down her chances. So in her interview, she said, "Oh, she's happy. She thinks she's using the 200, the 100 to focus on the two." And then she said, she's not in the greatest of shape, but she's going to run. She said things that you can know that she's not at her best.
Yeah,
no,
but
she,
Don't
no,
fear.
Kate.
Don't-
Kate. She
When she's
actually
at her best,
mentioned. She actually mentioned the injuries. She said her shoulder. So she said she
she
had
said
about.
she's not injured. The interview I watched for her this morning from Track Alert, they asked her, "Do you have any injuries now?" She said, "No, I don't have any injuries now." They said, "Are you having the Achilles problem?" She said, "No." So there's no injuries. So there's no injuries, but she's not in the shape of her life. That was her example.
The handlers, like as Corey like said, the handlers get to
So
her.
yeah,
Cause right after the 100 meter when them interview her, she said,
She
"Oh,
pulled
like,
everyone out there book.
yeah, my shoulder, my foot, my toe, my teeth, all of them things."
this time she
My
has
shoulder man is my
laying down her
toes.
chance, but she can get the bronze, Kim, to give her some hopes.
Brother,
Yeah,
Kems need that. Kems need that more than how Jamaica need that.
James, I pray she get the bronze. God no, me a root for her.
Cause any she not get it.
Kim's
But
a golf.
I think,
Kim's a golf homework, man.
but I think she can. I think she can get a medal.
USA.
Joseph,
Akil, right now,
Joseph, things happen sometimes.
Akil, right now, your prediction them can have me scared. Anybody you predict a dropout, boss. So just load the alien. Just load the alien one. Just load the alien one, boss.
Alright, let
I
me
just see a comment.
through.
Hey, Levan, I just see a comment about the top athletes if they're not feeling well. The Joseph comment. You can put that back up again because I mean it might seem harsh, but again, you know me. Every time I talk about this track thing, I talk about it as a business because of your job.
Sponsor.
I mean, going out there in the semifinals and looking horrible versus going out in the finals and just say, you know what, I make the finals, man, compete. Out of the affect in the long run is when you try to go and meet. So now all them meet after the World Championship.
Them a go for the top 8.
People not gonna want to take you because they're gonna say, yo, or give the money we forget because they're gonna say, yo. But the last time I see it injured. So I'm not too excited to bring you. So, from that perspective, Mr. Ellis, not a bad comment, but everybody got different drive and desire. So them always gonna want to go and still try to run. But
Them going to try. Bolt won when he was not in the best shape of life.
That's bold.
Exactly.
Hey,
So, Annex man I try the same thing.
yeah, but the bold run when both of them in best shape I'm still was still people almost everybody has A game. This is why they barely beat him.
Beg your question, please. Leford, from a professional, quick question. Is it more lucrative for you to be an Olympic champion than a world champion?
Honestly, yeah, Olympic could give a look extra $3 or $4, $1,000 for your money.
Okay.
Because people look at Olympic as a bigger game than World Championship.
Yeah, World Championship new. Olympic
even in bonuses on your contracts and stuff, they will
bonuses and contracts is you make them kind of make them go hand in hand a little bit, honestly.
Okay.
The thing about it is though that will give you the edge is the fact that World Championship is every 2 years versus a 4 years. So if you are keep on get these money for the World Championship and accumulate, it will always bigger because with most of your base retain and all them things, what happens is you have something called a bonus. You put them say, all right, I give 50,000 for winning the World Championships. You know what I mean? The sponsor give that. And then if you do so boom and get the world ranking, you rank up in the top 5 or so now, then put an extra 50 again. So now your base retainer, which was 100,000, now turned 200,000 and the year done it. That's just base retainer, plus you don't get the bonus there already too. So you get the bonus there at the end of the year, plus that get hard on your base retainer.
Well, hey, this was hot. Started by the lead over there.
I was about to mention it. Look like an upset. An upset might be brewing too. You never know that Bulgarian looking.
To help me something jump off of this.
Yeah, man, it's hot, man.
That who?
The Bulgarian.
Which Bulgarian?
Good Zoff or Good Zos.
He's not Bulgarian, fam. He's Lithuanian.
Lithuanian, sorry.
Lithuanian.
He
Both
always
of them,
all of
man.
them flag the look alike.
He along with Alec, man. Both of them are for Lithuania.
But
No disrespect to anybody from Lithuania in the chat.
yeah, he might drink water, that's why.
But again, big up to the people on the chat, man. I saw that we just reached 2,500 subs. Come on, man, keep it going. Let's get to the 2.6 mark. We can do it, man. So keep on liking, keep on subscribing.
This is an interesting.
This is
Then draws.
man, earlier.
All right, so let me run through this. So what if you reach
Let me bring up back this
shouldn't you strive for more?
Go ahead. You're right. You're right.
But let's run through semi-final too. So you have Orgat from Uganda, Ferguson from Great Britain, Jeremy Richards from Trinidad, Kenny Bednarek from USA, Lies from USA, Luxola Adams from South Africa, Honozorike from Nigeria, and Gora from Gambia.
Lyles and Richards.
What about Brennan Beck?
Lyles and Bednarek. Lyles and Richards.
I'm sorry, that's your pick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lyles and Richards. That's mine.
If they look terribly in them heats, to be honest with you guys.
He always look terrible.
Yeah, man.
No.
Lyles and
Bednarek,
Bednarek never looked good to me.
he never look good yet.
Never look. When
No,
I never look good yet.
last year, him did
He
look
was
him.
very
Him
good.
did it sharp. Him did sharp last year.
Yeah, man. Last year,
If I'm
we
not
sharp.
mistaken though, hold on. Not if I'm not mistaken, he's coach actually by I think Dwight Thomas, if I'm not mistaken.
Who is?
Bednarek.
Brennan Beck by Dwight.
Okay,
Dwight.
okay.
Former 110 hurdler down there in Florida.
Right.
At IMG Academy. If I'm not mistaken.
IMG kind of.
Look, I'm gonna try and fact check me, but I think is Dwight coaching, and actually I think his agent is actually Sekou Clark as well. So,
Sekou, probably.
Nice.
so yeah. And if I
Have
say
you guys
it had up said Dwight time coach.
Yeah, because he's actually coming from a D2 university. JUCO actually, yeah, not even D2, JUCO. Yeah.
So yeah, just a little fun fact to put out there that we still have a few of our former athletes out there that's coaching people and just doing well still at the same time.
Pin that comment again, Levon. Teresa comment, please. There's a comment just now.
The 2153.
No, pin it back.
Teresa
Teresa.
Campbell.
She said something. Levon.
I think after the race.
Oh,
Race now show up on our end yet, but
it does.
Race gone.
what's the
Slide
race?
over that tailway. Oh, actually, talk.
This is the
No,
first
no,
time
but
Parin is third world.
But I talk it here, Corey.
Well, let's just say I was wrong.
Levon, mute Coach Q. Mute him.
Mute Coach Q.
Come on, lads, let's get to work. Mine just a start.
6 done.
When I go give me some respect for my comments to them. You see it, Q? Behave yourself.
See it, man. I see it, man.
Bednarek run well.
What was that? 1963.
Mm-hmm.
So this man is a Heats pretender.
Yeah, looks so.
That's the best thing for me.
Okay, no alliance.
But it seems that Jeremy's at the second place.
Bernard Beck. 1984, but let me say, this man never looked the greatest. I just saw him stay in the championship, and then just try stay people come out for the corner and just try run. But Jeremy should make it with 1986. I don't think there's nobody gonna be a fastest qualified in 1986. So
That's awesome. That's close to his PB. That's very good. Happy for you.
Rashid, do I have to make the finals?
Go make one.
now you're being disrespectful.
No, yeah, disrespect we. Yeah, disrespect we.
It race too fast for Dwyer.
I don't know, but lads never look very easy. Well,
19.6 him look easy. What's in PB? 19.5.
19.5, yeah, him never look easy.
One look easy when in PB at 19.5 or 19.6.
19.6 low 19.6.
He might look. He might try to look around.
Getting a feedback from one of your guys.
Not for run because I know something going him down.
I'm getting a feedback from one of your guys.
Probably
My TV mute. Don't have any games.
Mine's mute.
me, boss.
All right, good now.
It's not me.
I wonder if a kid run gone the
I
field.
can't run down the field, man.
Mute kid. Yo. Yeah, man, I hear me, yes? Thanks, you, man.
19 ton, young boy. I'm interested to see this young boy.
Donovan Taylor, pin that comment. Now, this is what we're talking about when we talk about Jamaicans who don't need to be Jamaicans. This right here. Donovan, no respect either, but yes, what are these comments?
No. I think we mean because Kimsey make a point ask if Doyle can make the finals. But Doyle can make the female finals and complete the 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, man. Donovan clarified. He's saying that Dina is Jamaican.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Dina is John.
Bahamas are claim Shirley and Fraser. It's viral.
Barbados.
Change the flag.
Barbados.
So why not? Claim Dina.
So we can claim Dina.
Kid, it's true. You're true over there, kid. We talk.
Leford, we talk about this last night.
Yeah, come again. We never know something.
No, come not allowed on the live, Bridget.
Come on for the live with that.
Come off, man.
All right, so kid, we spoke to you about that action last night and you come back with it. You need to pay a fine.
Pay a fine, man.
So,
You need to pay a fine for that, kid.
Yes, I want Leford.
So before we see the next semi-finals with this youngster, let me hear what do you think? What do you think is going this Dojo going to plan out?
In terms of his race or just the final?
The finals.
Listen,
Let's not talk about it. Hold on. Let's not talk about it. Wait until the semi-final. Right?
Right.
No, but I still want to see what they mind because we can talk before it, you know.
I think he'll come second. Again, the curve when we just in Noah Lyles run, if he get to run that curve in the finals, is going to be a trouble because I think the strongest part of the teenager race is coming off the curve. And I don't know. I heard that he worked on some things the last 3 weeks leading up to the championship, so I'm not sure. But based on what I've seen last, his strongest part of his race was off the curve, had to hold on into the straight. While Noah's best part of the race is on the straight. So I think Noah is just a better athlete right now. I'm sure the teenager can catch up, but right now I think Noah will win.
And guess what? Christian Chess has taken back the lead.
Has taken back the lead.
71.13.
Yep.
Where is Dakers and Smichael?
I ain't seen them from
bottom of my list.
One is in 9, Dakers is in 9, and Smichael's actually in 12.
All right, come up, Dakers. Get in that top 8.
All right, let me just run through this semi-final 3 quickly. So you have Law from Australia, Martinez from Dominica, Doya from Jamaica, 9 from USA, Tortu from Italy, Jumaya from Japan, G from China, and Aaron Brown from Canada. What's your top 3? And people in comment section, not top 3, I mean top 2. And people in comment section can go ahead and give us that as well.
May I leave the World Championships?
9
and Tortu for me. The Italian.
I need to ask a question about Dwyer after the race. Because it seemed like him kind of stuck somewhere. I'm not really sure.
I think it's Tortu, the guy that anchored the Italian 4x1 last year. Was he?
Correct.
I think so.
Yeah,
all right. So, kid, you come back to pay the fine. You ready to pay the fine?
I'm gonna pay my fine, sir. Don't be rushing me. You know, if you rush me, I don't get any success.
And a badness doctor, kid, pay your money.
You see you, me know you're no bad.
I can kick you off of the stream, so what are you talking about? I can kick you out the room.
A judge is you know, me know you come burn no bad lamp for me, you know.
Yeah, who got charges?
Okay. My charges is roots.
The rules are rules.
My roots.
Rules.
Tartu is good, but I don't think who you think coming out of this heat? Coach Q.
Knight and Torto. Those are my picks.
Leford, what was your reservation on Knight? You were saying something.
I say is him dangerous. I now put nothing past him. Him young. Him want prove a point. Him want to be the next Bolt. Him no want hear Bolt name call. So that me talk about. Right now, him in the best position in this 200 there. He has nothing to worry about. Nothing about future or real estate. He have everything, nothing to lose and everything to prove. So him very dangerous.
I've always said for the 200, if him continue on this path, the days for the 200 record number.
He's at the rate if we compare them at the same age.
Way ahead of Bolt.
Okay then. And we see what Bolt did.
He's ahead to run 18 seconds. He's on target to run 18.
Him actually look like the man that can run 18 seconds, but we're going to change him farm. Him farm right now can't go run 18. We can't tell you that for a fact. That look a lay down running thing.
1919 is not just scoff at gentlemen. It was done after what? 5 races in one championship. Sometimes we overlook the thing.
Bolt will not do it no other way.
19-4, but 1990 is no easy record.
Bolt will not do it no other way.
After 5 hard races.
Over the run. Lock off on the comment, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
No, what do I doing?
Hey, be quiet over there.
Do I come last to backside?
Alright, so who look better in the hits? Knight or Lyles?
Last
And that's a 120 record, by the way, 19.77.
Mm-hmm. Brown, make it. Very good.
I don't know what happened to Rashid. Like they're licking with a wet kitchen to that, brother.
Wait. So they don't consider the 1940.
No, it wasn't ratified.
I look at trap meeting already, man. I got a friend named meet.
No, I Texas,
like
you know that.
Control. Him look control. No, that's all. Control.
Aaron, man.
Actually, it wasn't Texas. He ran it. He ran it at LSU.
The same thing. LSU track about Western.
Okay.
That wasn't ratified.
It wasn't ratified.
Is that Louisiana thing?
I tell you, everything over this.
But then my thing is how them ratify his stand. You hear me?
I forget. I saw there was a notification sent out. It sent out the same time with the Jamaica's under 20 4x1 record that was ratified. I don't remember the reason behind that one. But something was missing. Something wasn't in place at the meet.
But
so I saw pending when I saw the list. I saw his own being pending.
Yeah, it was thing that still was.
Then Q, why we are talking about it then? Him not that far.
So we don't count then, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Why I ask is because I think Ophelia ran 21.96 at that same meet and it's still considered. And then even when we see his season's best a while ago, them show the.
It's still showing. Yeah. No, for world records, there's certain things have to be in place. So it's not like you're not going to take the facts that you want it. But with based on the rules that, like for example, the Jamaica thing, once there's a world record, you have to be tested. No matter if you get tested yesterday, 2 days ago, you have to be tested at that time. So there is a list of the protocols that needs to be done if it's a world record. So for him, like a world junior record, they have to treat it the same way. So something just wasn't checked.
All right. So
on Jamaica all the time to enough people to get them record. Like the hurdles, they use different hurdles in the race. You have exact
same exact hurdles all the time. Yeah.
And that's crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very particular.
All right, so the people on the chat, I'm going to open the phone lines to you guys so you can go ahead and call in and talk about what transpired earlier. And if you still want to talk about what happened last evening, then you can also do that. So I pinned the number at the top of the chat. And then if you also look on the ticker that is running across the screen, you also see the number. So you guys can go ahead and call in and let your voice be heard. Starting from now until 9:45. So you have the next half an hour to go ahead and make your calls.
So, so question. So Rashid Dwyer run 20.87 in the semi-final just now, right? And what's wrong? What's wrong? Why? Because I see him have a personal best at 19.8, but him seem like him can't get back there, for some reason. So what's wrong? I don't know if Leford can give any insight or anything, or I don't know, but
you know what them call it, kid or strider. Them call it a parabola or hyperbola. What should they call it? We have a little loop where it go up so and then come down. Turn on your mic. Your mic off, Stridex.
Turn on your mic, Stridex.
There's a hyperbole.
Yes.
No, we call it Coney Park.
So, so that is what we are trying to explain. So that is what it is. Him go up, you reach up, and then you come down. So I'm on the downside of that curve there right now.
It happens to everybody.
That's all it is. The 1980 I talk about, go back and check again how much time in run 19.
Once.
That was in Canada. I was there. That was 2015 in Canada. Panam Games.
It was a Colombia?
No, but Canada.
Canada, okay.
Maximum win too, I think, right? Wasn't it the maximum?
Canada, I think him winner comes second at Canada and I run the 19.
Kid, why you have to throw in that part? Oh, it's a bad man.
Yeah, but it was the maximum win. That's critical to note. It was run, but it was just saying, I'm just saying that's important to note. I think if one of those girls with the 19.6 get a 9.6 get, 10.6 get a 2.0, it's gonna be something special.
It just, I've just seen him on the circuit, and I don't know his training methods. I don't know if he works hard. I don't know anything about his character. I don't know none of that. But just judging
honestly, you just say him fly under the radar. Dwyer again, it wasn't, and I like to say it wasn't a top high school star. Even for the pro level, still
it's coming from Camperdown, I believe, right? With one of those 4x1.
It was in the shadow of Rose them and all of these in Camperdown.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't even, again, not no top star. Him go GC, work with Willow. I would say him work hard. Cause forget where him get from where him was. Him work hard, and maybe we get plagued by injury here right there. But it wasn't like say him wasn't no first pick. I can't remember in a part-time career.
Him was the hardest working one of them.
And to be honest, I think he kind of got a breakthrough after his dominance kind of end. After the freighters and the Onesta to a lesser extent, and the assault and the bold. No, making it to this stage, on the world stage, because he would not.
Remember, I think the peak of his career was the 1980 at Commonwealth,
and he still didn't make the team. He still never made Jamaica team during that time, and he was at his best. So I'm just saying, after what happened, sprint.
When he ran the 1980, he was at Commonwealth in running.
No, it was Canada. Panam Games.
The big guys.
It was Panam Games. Yeah, Panam Games. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was around in the big era, the big guys, and he just couldn't break through. So, I'm just getting breakthrough. There's nobody. There's a man who come from America.
I want to go to regional games. I never really get the big boss for another one.
Man, not on the world stage, but regional games him did go on well. But I think last year was one of the only other person at final in the sprints, in the 200.
Yeah, he did make the Olympic finals last year.
Yeah.
A good draw, semi-final. I don't want to say a lucky one, but
so like I say,
I tell you, kid. So first it was a 2.0, and now him lucky draw. Yeah, win with your kid.
So I have another question. So for example, like a Noah Lyles coach and all of those.
I have to address this comment here, Jason Curlew. The reality is, the US athletes are just a tier above everybody else right now. I wonder why the women never win the medal in the 100.
I'm sure he's talking about the men. He's talking about the men.
You can't say. Then he has to say the US male athletes. You can't say the US athletes.
Well, I think, kid, a smart man like you, I think you can read between the lines. You don't need everything to be spelled out.
I can't read between the lines. I can read what I see, right, Strides?
Yeah. You don't tell me what him saying. Him need to say.
I read what I saw.
Yeah.
I respond accordingly.
Actually, he doesn't need to. The man was responding based on what we're talking about. Come on, don't be that firm. Don't do it deliberately.
But yes, US men are
you know the context the guy was coming from.
Better
The US
explain
men are
himself.
doing better. He's correct though. The US men are
No,
doing
Big
boy,
Stone is
easy
at the
yourself.
chat. He can stay.
Stripes, easy yourself before we take out that vision there. Here.
Or dominance has ended on the male sprints. So the
We're
US
coming back. We're on,
reclaiming the throne.
right.
So,
And
so
no
as I was
good
saying,
here lasts forever.
so as I was saying, so for example, like these coach like a Bobby Kersey and so, how could, for example, a Jamaican athlete get into like a Bobby Kersey camp, or is it only exclusive to US athletes? I don't know. I'm just asking.
The man
Yeah,
they push it.
invited. Sometimes the shoe companies make those arrangements. Yeah, elite coaches will either then probably reach out to you. It's not like you can just walk up. You can make a bid because you have to pay them. So you have to kind of afford Bobby Kersey in order to think then them man they're not cheap.
Right.
I
Like
mean,
Shakira, it was said that she was offered to, quote unquote, the rumor was that she was offered to Stephen Francis.
Is Stephen Francis more accomplished than Bobby Kersey?
No.
No. Kersey have more years from Stephen.
Okay.
you might have to have some of these guys do some homework first, tries before you ask them type of
Bobby
questions.
Kersey is far ahead.
I don't think they really know
Far ahead.
who
Kersey
Bobby
fucking
Kersey
Bobby
is
Kersey's.
and the level and the caliber of
countless gold
athletes.
medal.
And the
Countless
athletes.
gold.
All right, let's put it into perspective. Bobby Kersey used to coach his wife.
Jackie Joyner Kersey.
That's a donkey years.
So just to put it into perspective, Bobby Kersey used to coach Gail Divas. Bobby Kersey used to coach Flo Joe.
Oh Lord.
Don Harper.
So just to put it into
Sean
perspective,
Crawford. Justin Gatlin.
Regina
Gail
Crawford,
Divas.
Jenny Batamo. There's a
Countless
whole list of people that Bobby
He's,
Kersey used to coach.
he's a coach in terms of.
So another question, right? So for example, because obviously, Bobby Kersey, great coach or whatever, but there have been some things that have surrounded quote unquote athletes that you've had. For example, Justin Gatlin. Right? So if an athlete gets caught for banned substances, whatever, PEDs, whatever it is, is it a reflection on the coach? Is it a reflection on the athlete? Is it a reflection on both? Like how do we dissect that?
All right, I'm gonna answer that one here. And why am I gonna really answer that one here? Because I guess, well, not guess, me, I don't the one on the panel right now that was actually a professional athlete. I am the athlete. I am accountable for whatever goes in my body. People can try give me things, but at the end of the day, if I don't feel comfortable taking it, me not take it. So the athlete play a bigger part than even the coach are trying. The coach has to try if he see what he can do and see what level he will go, because we know you're not innocent till proven guilty. So as regards that, are the athlete, Gatlin a big man, or I may not call no name, I don't have a name drop, because even make him cool, a good person. But on the regards that the athlete, it's up to the athlete take full accountability. You know what going in your body, no make body gain nothing. It's simple as that. Me, when we used to run, me so paranoid. If me turn my back on a bucket, water bucket, me they have open, me don't want that again. That gone to the trash.
All right, so fam, give me a sec. There's a caller. So, caller, good night. Give us your name and where you're calling from, and you can go ahead.
Hello, guys. My name is Troy, Professor Troy, and I'm calling from North Carolina, USA.
Okay, go ahead.
So you guys were kind of talking about like the coaching situations and the availability of like resources for Jamaican athletes, and I just wanted to also like comment how surprised I was when the 2 times the whole gold medalist and Elaine Thompson who just received the Puma sponsorship. Like, is there not the availability because the athletes are not where the companies are, or why is there this differentiation between you have to be like a greatest of all time type athlete to get a sponsorship, whereas like many U.S. athletes would get any kind of common shoe contract and at least like a livable wage.
But don't take it out.
I don't think we hear the question.
Let me get the question again. Let's repeat the question again.
Repeat the question again, Troy.
Yes, I was saying that like I just saw 4 days ago the news that Elaine Thompson just received a shoe deal with Puma, and so my question is, Is it just because of the country of nationality, or is it something to do with location, or why would a two-time double gold medalist in the Olympics just be getting a shoe contract?
Oh, okay. No, man, she been at a shoe contract. She just changed her sponsorship. So she was with Nike. So she was with Nike, and then so now she was with Nike. So now I guess Puma now, just try give her something more lucrative. Another one just that, as
It's just a business move.
Puma goes hand in hand.
Is it common to get any of the elite levels? They all have good shoe sponsorships and like full-time wage.
Yes, pretty much. So what you do is you get signed for a period of time. So your contract normally lasts either 3 years or a 4-year contract, and when that ends, then you have the ability to actually renegotiate with that same company, or you can go to a different company. So that's what that was with as regards Elaine.
Yeah, it's just a business move. She's a Nike athlete for many years. She was being coached by a Nike sponsored coach, and pretty much, it's just a business move. She gets a better offer. She's the Olympic champion, so if they were giving her $10 and somebody says here's $20, and she was not tied up in her old contract anymore, she just a business move, pretty much.
That answers your question, Troy?
Yeah. Yes, sir, that's clear. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Respect for the call. All right, gentlemen, you can continue.
Yeah, so Leford, you were saying that you stop when you said if a bottle open and you turn in and you turn back around, you dash with the bottle.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because again, like I said, you have to give accountability, and you whatever you put in your body, are you responsible for it? You see, if they might catch me, they might catch everybody in my camp, if that's be the case, because that means I drink out of the cooler. Never cooler, I'm gonna drink out of. You understand?
Yeah.
Me bring my water, them go training every day, and I eat that. Not even fountain, me drink out of my run track. When I was a pro, not even the water fountain, brother. No. Me carry my buckle from my yard, but me, I'm not all accountable for that because my job was at serious. How much time them man used to come out? Remember they asked all college. When I was in college, I beat every course, Them man they come knock down my down room door. Everybody I wonder like what the hell?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that because obviously we know what happened to Randolph Ross. He got suspended for whereabouts violation. So just for our viewers and for persons who really love track and field, but they don't really have the education to know about the whereabouts. Can you tell us about what the whereabouts violation? How much times can you miss? What is it implying, etc.
All right, we got more details with it. The whereabouts how it starts is you have pretty much between the hours of 6 to 11 o'clock. So we're between 6 a.m. in the morning until 11 o'clock at night. You have to provide 1 hour,
yes,
at least 1 hour where you're going to be, and you can't go nowhere else within that hour. If they come there within that hour and they do not see you, that's count as 1 miss violation. Up to 3 miss violation, that's when they bring you in and they're going to pretty much hold you accountable, and they're going, because it's raised on, suspicion now that, okay, you hide me now between 1 time, 2 time, 3 time now, you hide me. So now they think you take drugs, you hide from something. That's what the assumption they go to after that. So with Randolph Ross, like they said, he missed. I'm not sure how much he missed. But
well, if it was a whereabouts violation, more than likely
it must miss more than 1, but
it must miss probably at least 3.
Yeah,
3.
but then again, but again, Leford, why did they have to wait until the world champion? Because I think they dated, I think June 26th or something like that. They dated that was his last miss whereabouts thing. Why is it that they wait all the way until the world championships now for announcing? Oh, before the 400 heats run, he's suspended.
I will put it at this. In the past, that year when them actually ban or stop Tyson Gay from going to the World Championship, I don't think it's even them did stop Tyson Gay. I think Tyson Gay heard and find out himself and stopped himself from going. Him did fail 2 times prior to even going to the trials, and them never stop him.
Hey, Kems, I'm glad you bring that up because I want to make a point,
I'm going to ask a question as well. But make a point and ask the question.
This is. I'm glad you asked that question, right? I'm glad Leford cleared up as the professional in the room. this brings to the forefront how disrespectful I personally found it when Christian Coleman was going to say to the world, well, they never called me, right? They could have told me they were coming. That's besides the point. You were responsible for telling us. Say, I am the tester. You are responsible for telling me where you're going to be between this particular time. You choose the time and you tell me where. Okay? When and where you tell me. So now you want disrespect me and say, oh, I never call you. Right? And then to find out you were at the mall. And I'm supposed to accept that. And this is not 1, 2, this is the 3rd time. Right? And if we had gone back a year, you know, if we had coupled them, we could have gotten up to 5. If you guys remember clearly.
Yep.
That man have no respect for track and field.
Yep. I agree.
This is my opinion. That man has no respect for track and field. Anybody miss test that frequently? Like I can't say you can't miss one, you know. Things happen in life. Right? We are all human beings that you bounce about. But you're going to miss 5, brethren.
But I'm saying, and Levon, I know you have a question to ask.
Yeah, and I need to get it before I forget it.
All right, go ahead, boss. Go ahead.
All right, so I heard this gentleman earlier talking about Bob Kersey and his greatness and all that stuff. So why is it that this man caught so much athletes here? And yes, multiple times these athletes has come under scrutiny for drug failure or whatever that, right? For instance, I just checked it and I saw that at least 5 to 6 athletes developed asthma problem after a while and they had to take drugs for it. Why?
It's a very complicated question because there is an answer that we could give on the chat, but it would get us in trouble. And there's a politically correct answer. And the politically correct answer is that he's a good coach. He's proved himself to be a good coach. A lot of the athletes that he trained, when they go to him, they're usually well developed already, right? Because sometimes, as Leford rightly said earlier, you work with Nike and Nike can suggest you move there. So sometimes you get people who are already way ahead in their career.
All right.
The truth is,
hold on, Leford. Let me follow up by asking you guys this. Do you know if a particular athlete, his name is what? Darrell Robinson, ran in 1988. What did he say about something that he received from Bob Kersey?
Yeah, he's clouded, but we're not getting into it.
No, man, answer the question, man. The man himself come out and say he receives steroids from
Bob Kersey. Yeah,
but in 1988, steroid wasn't banned. They banned steroids.
That's another great point.
They banned steroids after my boy the Ben Johnson.
Yeah, but then again, if we're going to come with that, we're going to come back with the same Nesta Carter.
Performance.
Why did they ban Nesta Carter? But when whatever they banned him for wasn't on the ban list then.
But again,
because he was still competing.
Yeah, I think the Nesta case was kind of different. I remember.
He was still an active athlete.
Yeah. But remember, in 1980, they end up banning Ben Johnson still. But
exactly.
Ben Johnson will tell you, and the studies show that everybody literally is one of the most dirty.
Yeah. Ben Johnson said everybody was taking drugs sometimes.
He was just the fall guy.
Well, not just a fall guy.
Fall guy was a dirty race.
As in, if
Corey.
Yeah.
Good.
87, good.
May I ask you, Corey, if you can go a little bit, because I think we were talking about the whole.
Guess what? Inga Britska has just been beaten.
By a white man.
Oh. Yeah, Jake Whiteman beat him.
A white man win the thing that win the
Kenya. Can we use better terms than white man?
Him name white man.
Jake Whiteman.
Him name Jake Whiteman.
That's his name.
Hold on, yeah.
Hey, for the novice, them I watch them don't know that. So the great man.
All right, so persons that are in the chat.
People.
The guy name is Jake Whiteman.
Whiteman. So 1500, the Kenyan them win. No man, white man win.
The guy named Whiteman. But the Kenyans lost the thing there too, the steeplechase, which is unusual.
I know Sebastian Coe going excited crazy right now.
I wonder
No,
why.
Oh Lord.
Eh, but
That's
Corey,
his event.
Corey, can you because you were making a point before, them start about 1500, which I think many persons don't know about because we were having a talk about it, about the whole Nesta Carter situation, and they were saying that people were running me down and say, oh, they were out to catch Bolt. That is why they banned Nesta Carter, and they never want Bolt to catch up to this person, that person, all that
listen,
conspiracy.
don't come to me with conspiracy theories.
Yes. Can you?
Skims. I think we definitely need to Leford start off the conversation about the 4 hurdles because it's coming up shortly, and it's a very important
Yeah,
race.
but hold on, but Kid, you can't
It
just
needs
hold on,
time.
the
It
Kid,
needs time.
hold on, the Kid.
Go ahead, Skims.
Hold on, Kid, hold on. You have to have some
One
respect,
Skims, one
boss.
time.
You can't cut me in my middle for 10
We
about
not cut him,
four.
man. We just have
Four
to fight.
hurdles
We
is
not got
14
time.
minutes from now, boss. Leave
Aye.
will have a lot of time.
Hold on, kid. All right, Kems, let me help you with it. All right, so
Yeah.
we are touching a sensitive topic where it's a conspiracy theory. There's nothing proven behind it. Say, no matter try to catch up the boat, what them do that. We can't. There's nothing for sure or proof.
Can't prove that.
No, understood. No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying Corey was making a point that Nesta Carter was still competing. That is the part that I want Corey to talk about, not the
Yes, he was.
conspiracy part.
Oh yeah.
I know. In relation to the other gentleman in the 80s, that said that Bobby thing or whatever, and then that they banned steroids afterwards. And I'm saying between then and now, a lot technology are getting faster. Associations have revamped their policies, especially when it comes towards drugs and bad substance. The mere fact that the athlete was a still active athlete, um, it currently still running and competing, and they found, like when they updated the list, what they do is a lot of times they revise those samples of persons that have, been tested or whatever. And the main reason for revising the samples is that it might have had some anomalies in the past, but it might not have had exactly what it is. So I guess when it comes to the point where they can confirm that anomaly now and say, okay, let's check back this to make sure if it is up that level or whatever, and then revisit, and then that was the outcome.
Hold up. Is it a 7 or 10 year window again?
I think is 10.
About 6 or they don't go back 10 years. I don't think they go back 10 years.
Yeah,
It's not
it'll
10?
work out well.
Okay.
I'm not
Corey,
sure. I could look it up though.
So Corey, so if Nesta Carter had basically quote unquote stopped competing, then everything would have been fine. I just want to see if I understand.
It might have. I think the issue with Nesta is that the fact that he won a medal, because then you would have had to pretty much null that medal, which is why, as you know, Trinidad got that gold medal.
4x1 gold.
That 4x1 gold medal. So it's hard to say. I can't really. I don't have no in depth to say if it's a point that he stopped, if they would have been still pretty well. I think because there's a medal in play, then that is something to consider. Because it's not like it just run out time or whatever.
That too, because they banned some of the Russians who didn't win any medal.
Nothing will change. Everything will still apply the same way.
It will still apply the same way because they banned a few Russian athletes that didn't want anything.
Run or not run at that time.
I would love for us to jump in our hurdles though.
Yeah, they just know you can't come back in. They just know but if you're planning to come back, hell no.
All right, that's the Corey.
Yeah.
But Kid, they need to have some respect for other persons.
No, man, I respect what you say.
No, you don't.
No, understand Nesta, really like that.
Hold on, Kid.
Hold
on, Kid. You don't. Your actions show that you don't. Because you not even can make Corey finish talk. You're just ready for jump. But the man finish talk. We're learning here.
No one hurdles me still, you know.
Want to talk about the hurdles now, Leford?
You want to talk about Elaine a little bit?
Why are you trying to use Elaine as a pacifier for Kev? This is disrespectful. This is disrespectful.
Hey, Leford, let's run to the lineup now, Leford, so we can go through and start with the prediction card. It's a finals. I come up and put it the right way.
Yeah, please.
Let's run through the lineup.
Leo, start block.
All right, so the men's 40 meter hurdles final. You have in lane 1, Khalifa Rasta from USA. Season's best and personal best of 47.65. The veteran, he has been around for a good while now, Rasmus Magi from Estonia. Season's best and PB of 47.82. In lane 3, we have one of the favorite in Rai Benjamin, home country guy, A lot of people expect him to win. PB of 46.17 done at last year's Olympics. Season's best of 47.04. He is ranked number 3 in the world. The man, the myth, the legend, Karsten Vrachom, world record holder, did so last year at the Olympics in 45.94. Season's best at these championships of 48 seconds. In lane 5, we have Wilfred Apio from France, 48.14 season's best and PB. The most consistent athlete this season. He has arguably been he has been the best, no argument there. Alisson dos Santos of Brazil, 46.72 PB and a season's best of 46.80. Lane 7, JAHEEL HYDE, a PB of 48.18, season best of 48.51, in which a lot of people really want to see him dip below that 48-second barrier. And in
It's about time, man.
And lane 8, last but not least, Trevor Bassett of the USA, 47.47 season's best and also PB. Folks in the chat, go ahead and give your prediction for the finals. Gentlemen, it's back over to all of you.
Start. You're a pet event.
Woo! All right. Well, this is an event that I've run a couple of times myself. Definitely, as it stands right now, with Warholm in lane 4, they put him in a perfect place for him. I know that's exactly where you want to be because of his running style. The way him run crazy and how him get out and go on. Lane 4, them going to have trouble. They said this thing is automatic, that they develop this lane draw. I doubt it. Because how you get Rye behind him in a lane 3, it don't make no sense. But lane 3 is not good for Rye Benjamin because he hurdles with one leg and one leg only. He can't use him left foot, so him hurdle, him lead leg, and right leg. So what that means is he must stay on the outside of the lane at all time. So for me, third place, Rye Benjamin. Second place, Maggie dos Santos. The reason I'm giving the Santos because
what?
I'm making
my man I call him, make him call.
No respect, but the prediction.
Yes, sir.
Second place, dos Santos. Why I'm giving the Santos, I give the edge of a Warholm because he has been there. 45.9 is no joke. And the fact because of how he hurdles well, is when he's in top form, he's very consistent. I've not seen him run a poor race in his whole entire career since he has come to the forefront. The Santos out there by himself in lane 6, he's gonna be lonely. He's gonna be wondering what's taking place behind him. I talked about it yesterday that he has improved a whole lot in his first 200, but I don't think it will be enough to keep pace with Warholm and the way that he goes out because he runs a perfect race every time. So my winner, I'm going Christian Warholm and I'm going the Santos second, and then for third I go Rye Benjamin. That's my
wait. I saw a comment just now. Are we sure that's the lane assignments?
Yes. Took my burn. I can't.
Kill about that.
Hold on. So, Leford. So I'll preface my.
Don't dissect Leford.
No, I'm not. No.
Selection.
I'm not.
You just make yours.
Just give your update.
Why do we have to try and create a narrative of what I should do? Let me respond to what the boss said. the man, listen.
Kem's easy,
Yo, false random.
That was.
Yeah, man.
Can you mute your mic and go out the fire, sir, please?
All right, so Leford, let me preface my comments by saying, in no way, shape, or form will I ever question your track and field knowledge, especially when it comes to the hurdles. However, you said some things that I have a few questions about, just for me to learn.
Okay.
All right. So you said something about Karsten Warholm. You say you never see him run a bad race since he's come to the forefront, right? So this guy has only completed 2 races all season, right? And that is in the heats and the semifinals, right? Mm-hmm. The Santos, though, has been obviously far and above everybody. Rye Benjamin, though, he had COVID and all of that. And, Quarry said, once you step to the line, there's no excuses after that. You have to run, right?
Excuses.
Okay. Cool. So, when I look at that now, I'm saying, personally, I can't I don't think I can't give Warholm the win just based off of race sharpness. And I get what you say. But when he's on top of the world, he's on top of the world. But
can I make one statement before you move on?
You're 3 before.
Yeah, I'm going to tell my 3 after.
Last year, Warholm's first race last year was a world record. It was a world record. His first race was a world record.
He wasn't coming from
flight. So what was Kem's streak? I'm going
to tell my team.
I'm gonna share something with you. I got injured one time in my career. And you want to know which year was that?
When you were running against him?
No, which year? The year.
I'm not sure.
2012 maybe.
The best year. That's the year I made the top 10, 2012. I was injured for 3 months with a hamstring injury. So injuries don't mean that you can't come back and run fast.
Okay.
So who are your 3 Kems? I don't hear it all now.
I must swear that it was Adrian that was talking because I was going to him say, brother, you're not good contracts. And I'm like,
well, Kems. You get my 3. Give me your top 3.
So this is my 3. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's the same 3.
I know it already still.
Order, right?
Right, Benjamin.
So I have Right Benjamin to win. Right? Again, I'm thinking of the home crowd. I'm thinking of the disappointment and the heartbreak he felt. What he said on TV last year in the Olympics. Mom, I'm sorry.
Speed it up.
Everybody want to get them 3. Jeez,
Hey, stop it. Hey, kid.
Speed it up, Kems. It's 9.7.
So Right Benjamin first, Dos Santos second, and Warholm third.
Strike.
All right, kid, you go now.
My 3. Definitely Right Benjamin to win. I have Brazilian for second, and I have Warholm for third. Yeah.
All right, Coach Q.
Benjamin. All right, so I have Santos to win, but I'm afraid of Warholm.
No, give me your 3. You don't want
nobody ask you.
Santos, Warholm, Benjamin. Santos, Warholm, Benjamin.
All right, Adrian.
I will never bet against a machine. I will never in my life bet against a machine. Warholm is winning this easy.
All right, so give me an example.
We're going to see who we
Second will be Dos Santos, and third, no. I have to give home crowd advantage to Benjamin for the silver, and Dos Santos a third.
So Kems, I'm here alone. Kems, this is the Benjamin winning.
Hold on, man. I'm going to give me 3 now. Warholm.
I treat Warholm against a machine.
Come on,
I agree, Adrian. There's no way on earth I'm going to bet against a machine.
Yeah, Warholm Belly are going to drop out in the 4 hurdles.
Well, so I can drop out where Benjamin won last year, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know what beating Right Benjamin here.
The Sango, it's a hard for them keep up.
All right.
The Brazilian cut Warholm short this year too.
Hey, real quickly, gentlemen, I saw a comment from Tevin Campbell. It says it's an obstacle race, anything is possible. That comment always rubbed me wrong. I don't know why. Because even in 100 meter, you can false start. So anything is possible in any race.
The obstacle no move.
You understand? It's not coming to me like somebody's got trials. It's coming to me.
Listen,
that's a big one.
Like me say, I'm gonna emphasize it more and more. It's who execute the best. And if the lane judge is different, more would I get the Santos. Because him can see Warholm and can react. The fact him can't see him is that I'm gonna go too fast or go too slow. And how do you take it? Him gonna try to run somebody else's race. Warholm running race no matter what. Right, Benjamin, try keep up with him. Him gonna try keep up. Now the worst thing is in a track and field, you see a man right in front of you, and you feel you can pass him, and you can't pass him.
Them better reach the 8th hurdle before Warholm.
Where will the Jamaican finish? Nobody not talk about that.
I just want him to get a personal best.
I want a 47. I need a 47 from JAHEEL.
Okay.
I want a 47 for JAHEEL and for coach. I want a 47 for the tour.
I always tell him, say, I'm going to break the national record, which is 47.60 by Winthrop Grant. I always tell him that, say, yo, you have the tools to break the record. So, I definitely want to see me, come at 47.
Them on the race start, so we can pan food again.
Them are going at them marks, you know.
Yo,
hey, slap up himself.
You, be quiet.
I'm going to turn off my camera so you can't see me either.
I forgot to start mute some money, you know.
Yeah, man. I'll have to just turn down your volume.
How for TV, I go. Can you lock it up, please? Oh Lord, this machine is going to kill me.
USA 3, Norway 4, Happy last 5, to Santos Brazil 6, HYDE Jamaica 7, Bassett USA 8. The 3 fastest men in history, the 3 Olympic medalists, the world record holder, the North American record holder, the South American record holder.
Kid, come on the TV, you know? Our Tridents.
It's not me.
They did it in Tokyo. Can they do it again here in Eugene?
Kid, mute your screen.
Might remember this race for many, many, many years to come. It's the final of the men's 400 meter. Massive roar from the crowd. Watch for a quick start.
Big performance.
Pay me. Pay me.
Big. Big. Man has been good all season long, man. Man, 46.29. Super performance from the man.
What happened to our home?
War Room just did up 309, man.
I told you guys War Home was not going to be this one.
Listen.
Mayo was close. We were close. We were the closest.
We were close.
No, man,
no, you were the closest. I was the closest.
No, not the close. 46.
You never called Dos Santos to win, so tap it down.
I called Dos Santos to win.
You did.
Coach Clyde, you did?
Yes, I did. I called Dos Santos to win.
Big
I know for sure, sir. I know say Ryan never did ever win.
America gets second and third.
Yep.
Hey, Ryan never did ever win.
But let me tell Leford, and tell me if I can attest to this. I think Ryan Benjamin is happier saying beat War Home than anything else.
You consider that a meeting?
Yo, if you say somebody was on the
Santos come second. Hold on, Kems, you listen to yourself. Happy say him second.
No, look how the man celebrate.
No, Happy say him come second. Him Happy say the man, the world record holder. Listen, this is good. This is good.
Hey, somebody
say the world record holder still present and current and a run. Never beat him a while ago, and the next man beat him. So that means that he push him even further back.
Yes, the person that has the TV and set it off, man, or something. Come on, brother.
Yeah, man, somebody with the TV.
Mute the TV loud, man. Nah, man. You can't listen. Like me say, Kems, that means if one more man beat Ryan Benjamin, that means he even further back in history. That it
No, I understand what you're saying.
So why would he be happy?
All right, let me show you why. And just look on the two different reactions. Last year he came second. He was crying, apologizing to his family. This year he came second. He's celebrating with his US teammates.
I'm Freddie man jump with. I know he's not happy for himself. He run even slower than last year. So how can he be happy and run even slower?
No, Leford. Just hold on. I'm saying last year
at the beginning of the season.
Last year he ran the second fastest time in the history. Right? The second fastest time in the history. And he was crying, apologizing to his parents losing to War Home. This year, he came second and he's celebrating with his teammate.
Because I'm saying low M standards and him going backwards.
What I'm saying,
he was hurt, man. He had COVID too this
year. Yeah, he had COVID and he was hurt.
Stop making
an injury.
More important news, JAHEEL got a PB 40
yes.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
Go on, JAHEEL.
That's all I wanted JAHEEL to do. Get a PB.
Yo, he ran the first part of the race. Really
but you know, he was in contention up to the 8th hurdle though.
Yes.
Him go too hard at 21.6 in passing.
Can't blame him. He had no choice.
Yeah, my boy blew up. But like man says still, listen. Listen, Kems. Ain't no way Rai can happy. Say one more man out there we can beat him. That can't be.
Rai move too slow, too, you know. He make him
move slow. May I tell you what the problem is?
I think he make him move late.
Problem. It's a technical problem. Same thing was Kieran Clement. Why Kieran Clement couldn't break the 400 early record because he heard right foot and step on the outside of the lane.
Gentlemen, that man just win the 400 hurdles in the same time that our boy in the mixed relay. You know what? Left it alone. Left it alone.
No, talk. It's okay. Freedom of speech. You live
I can't attack.
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Actually, Demis ran 46-4.
I said on this chat that Jamaica cannot win the 4x4. We know that. We don't even know if we can medal. I don't know why we don't put the very best of the best to run that mixed relay so that we can secure a medal. There's no chance for us in the 4x4.
You could have put the best of the best and still never secure nothing.
There is no reason to save the athletes. If I was a coach on the team, I put the best athletes in the mixed relay.
Kid, stop. 10 hurdles in front of this man. And
the man run faster than our man out of the blocks. The man out of the high knees when the man there 150 to go. How do you do high knees in 400? Ask Leford because he has never done
the coach telling lift, man.
We're supposed to lock and I just try the man and lift like him a sprint.
You need to stop it, you know, because the man used to run fast. So I used to say, yeah, I'm going to go and go. So you need to stop it.
Yeah, but it was terrible. It was terrible. It was absolutely. So these things happen, though.
Yeah, but no, I don't care. And it's not running 46 is the issue, but running 46 on a really leg.
Quarry.
On an opening leg.
So hold on.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
So a while ago prior to the race, when I said to you that this man only run 2 races for him complete, he hits at the semifinals where he was challenged 0.
Right.
And I'm saying there must be, you have to show, I've said it, you have to show me something when you have some serious competition because he had a hamstring injury and missed all of the season. And I understand what Leford was alluding to. But, you know, whether they say machine or not, he was just not race sharp. Other persons were just better, especially Dos Santos.
That wasn't a race sharp issue.
What was that?
That narrowed down to fitness.
Yeah, that is fitness.
That's not race sharp. Or fitness. And I realize him the race up to 250. That means I'm training instead of go good. But when it part come, you know, we're training really important.
That last 100 meter.
The last 100 meter really take over. And that's what training take over, you know. So if you look at it, remember that
if you look at it in the Leford, remember that this man normally hurdles clean, you know.
Yeah,
watch back race and see if he hit the 8 hurdle, he hit the 8 hurdle. Notice that he took a stumble as well.
Yeah, I fatigue that 13 that's what I do to training. Yeah. Because you can't train, you can't repeat.
Why want to know that kill war over
Hold on the kid. The reason why we train them is so we can do repetitions, so we can come back out here and run fast each time for rounds. So that's
why when I race, you can replicate.
He cannot do it. So that's the only thing. I training that. I know matter. Hey, catch him later in the season.
Yeah, that's a later. But at this championship, he wasn't ready. And
all right,
and we knew it.
That one. Good call.
Stridex. But you see, I wasn't betting against a machine. Are you willing to bet against a machine now?
No. Every year from now, I'm betting Warhope.
Until he retires.
Until he retires, I'm betting Warhope.
Tell them to. I say it last night. Remember last night I said about Dos Santos say the stride pattern and all them stuff, then embrace, improve and all of that. But still, like I say, my favor Warren because there's certain characteristics when put out there where not normal if him 100%.
But this race show he wasn't at his best for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but what on the chems, you need to understand that the man them's not betting against a machine is not based on passion or fairy tale or nothing. It's just based on the type of person, type of athlete that he is.
Understood.
At the first race, the man losing almost what 3 years or so?
Yeah.
Correct.
Sure.
Come on.
No, again.
He get beaten. I'm not that. Didn't get that proper.
You stick out the farm book. Your farm book win right now. You're right. Your farm book win.
I can't farm book.
Your
farm book win, fam.
I like to say, give your farm book, but the thing about Riley, You see, as
No, man,
Jamaican man say,
but Kim's not going to take nothing from this season because Kim's a long time boy. Raya go win this and win that.
Well,
honestly,
I
Royal
good for
races,
second place.
I just think he needed one. As Leford said, lane draw might have affected him too.
Him good for second place.
He run good though, good time him run.
Him not go Rai will not win unless them take them 2 man there from the championship. Them and the next man will come and beat Rai same way.
All right.
Some people make to win, you know.
Next year, them time we're gonna be
President and JAHEEL are gonna come beat him.
Come say, some people attempts. Listen, I don't know.
Good for Hyde, I get some money, he making the money because
Hey, I don't know, joke thing, you know. Like I say, I got him happy, him come second to another man. The man who have the third part this time. How can you be happy for that? That don't make no sense. That come like come and say, Dean asked me to cry yesterday. I say, what should I cry for? Oh, I'm happy because he come second because he beat Warhome. No, brother, because you have to beat one woman out there now. So no, me no second best even really. Me really know what third best because the world record was still out there.
Yo, you guys are harsh. I'm telling you, man. You're harsh, very, very harsh.
That is the mind of an athlete, though. I think I'm more excited. One, I'm excited because I'm at home, and two, the fact that I think it was more overjoyed that the other Americans sneak in third.
No, him settle. Him
say he block him spot, man.
Him settle.
Like
Him do best last year. He was at him best at 46-1 last year, and him get him in shot boss. So no, I'm not gonna try too tough again. He just gonna hold up on my second place.
You no harsh. You know like on harsh, you know, brother. No, ease up.
Big up to JAHEEL though, man. I
Yeah,
thought he would have
48-03.
I thought he would have PB'd last year as well when he fell in that race, but they matriculated this year around.
You know, probably run
I think he was in better shape last year when he fell.
He was.
Yep.
Yeah,
And he-
I believe so too.
Him beat Warhome too, right?
Yeah, man.
Stop. Can you
Everybody
stop?
beat Warhome. Like,
Yes,
Can you stop?
Warhome killed seven.
no, stop.
Like, can you
No,
stop?
him come 7th.
We don't want no excuse
came
for him. Man running line, man lock the gates. Sir.
Him come 7th at 48-4. So can you imagine that?
Close the gate.
No, so listen, fellas. I picked Warham as well. No excuses whatsoever. Man, lose. That's it.
Man, no.
Him lose.
No,
No,
but
Kane
Leford,
won't make an excuse.
but you are indeed making a bunch of excuses.
Where was the excuse? Miss,
I mean, we can list out a bunch of them. I want us to admit that Warhome basically deceived you guys. Stridex, Levon, Akil, and Leford. He deceived you because you guys fall for the trap that he was.
And guess what?
No,
And guess
bro.
what? And guess what?
I
I
will
will
chop
be
again.
I will be the Yamed next year again. Don't you worry about
If you be the Yamed
Yamed next year again.
If you be
Yeah,
the
they're gonna
Yamed
chop again.
you know, we have to go take chicken, you know.
Yeah, man, beat me again next year.
I got in the chop. I got into the chop again.
Yes, I am going back to that bad relationship.
Listen. I am willing to say between now and the next and Olympics, because it's World Champs again and then Olympics. Between now and Olympics, Warhome will never break that world record again. 1 and 2, he will never win another title over these next World Champs.
Money talk and bullshit talk.
I'll bet your money. I'll bet you.
Say no more.
Which
Say
one
no
of the
more.
athlete they make
James, be careful here.
Which one of the athlete they
Be
make coach?
careful.
Which one of the athlete you are?
You coach. Because you sound like you coach one of them.
No, this
Right,
is
Benjamin.
You have inside information, man.
no. I'm just listen.
In Coach Ryan.
Why right? One silver medal, brother. I know silver medal. So.
I'm early not the friend.
No, Merlin, I think you got plans.
No, you never disrespect Merlin Atina. I don't care how big of an athlete you was.
Sorry, son. Sorry.
No, kid, stop.
Merlin had to win individual goal to 1993.
She is still the world record holder indoor 200 meters.
And she win the 200 back to back at the World
Hello,
Championship.
Lovan, don't invite back no professional because I saw them there.
But
And she has 9 World Championship medals.
What indoor I go?
Indoor I go. It's inside.
Yeah, I won't stop. Sorry, next. I'm sorry, but take it back.
No, we will continue in the WhatsApp group. Your order.
No. Respect, you know. No, I want to respect for the elders, you know. Merlin, I think could be the mother of everybody in this chat.
But that don't mean that she's a silver queen.
No, she win gold too. She win 3 World Championship gold as a matter of fact. 2 in the tournament and 1 by 1.
We're done. I want my friend again. Guy last time I see her, I'll be a bunch of bad names. So
Merlin, a legend. Legend.
But right now, gonna stop get silver medal though.
Why look like him,
Comfortable
man?
with that.
Yeah, man, I like, but I love that race was I think a good warm up to the women's 4 hurdles finals.
No, sir. That the race never ready, to be
No,
honest. That was too easy.
that was too easy.
Yeah, that never ready. Because
Well,
after
I think
300, the race done, we see what the winner.
if 3 fit men, I think would have been a more of a showdown.
No, but right he fit. Right, Kems?
Huh?
Right, Benjamin never fit.
By quarry standards, he was.
Oh, here we go.
Quarry said from you touch the line, then there is no excuse.
There's no excuse.
Yes, so by quarry standards, he's fit. And by
Like, subscribe, and share, folks, if you like the chat, and give us some super likes, though.
All right, I go change the narrative. I go share the narrative. I go change the narrative a little bit and open it up a little bit more, the conversation a little bit more, just so that even the viewers them can understand, say, it's nothing, personal as regards to Ride, because I think Ride is the best runner in the field. Not one of them guys can match him go 200 nor 400. We're talking about a man that can run probably 43. He can be as competitive in all 3 events. That's how good he is. But the 400 hurdle is not based upon what you can do on the flat. There's other aspects.
Doesn't he have a personal best of like 19.8 or something? Go 2?
And 44.1. So that is what we're talking about. We're talking about a man that can compete in 3 different events and actually challenge for a medal. So me saying this is because of the way that he runs. Again, the right foot something there, the right foot lead up on the outside of the lane, I got always affect you. You want to on the inside of the lane and just go on a cut track, nice and easy. Because when you right foot lead, you put your run to the right side of the lane. So basically, you're in a lane 3, but it seems like you're running a lane 4. Just to make
going around the corner, it makes it harder for you.
Yep.
Does Warren home hurdle with both legs?
No, he use 1 to left.
But so it the track suit him better then.
So it's well, as a forward, like me, I had to learn to use my left because of that same particular reason. Remember, say the man and they done fast already, plus some of them that take things, don't stop me. I go there. So I have to do everything I can do. I have to do everything I can do to stay with them. So I have to learn to use my left foot so I can hug that corner there a little bit better and stay closer to the line. You understand? Because that them tell us upon the turn and they say you need it. Them say you run short at this time. I really know it makes sense, but me do it and stay closer than I stay to the outside. So
but Leford, so question. So if you see that, as a former athlete, is that something that him and him coach probably can work on at some point in time?
Well, it can be, but if you're stubborn, you're gonna stay stubborn. And if you run 46-1, I do it. Why would you want to change?
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of coaches going to hesitate to change stuff, especially if changing a technique will actually bring it back first before it gets you forward. So,
is it worth the risk? Is it worth the risk?
Exactly.
For him, I think it's worth the risk. Because he's gonna learn to, as Q can tell you, alternating drills and them little stuff there. So the thing is, you have a man like Dos Santos can use left and right, like say them are the same foot.
So for example, one of the genius behind Pierce's coaching of Sydney is that before Sydney runs any 400 hurdles, you see her run a couple of 100-meter hurdles. In each of those races, every race she runs with a different lead leg. So she run this week leading with her left, next week she lead with her right. Mm-hmm. So what that does now, she is very proficient with both legs. So it doesn't matter if pace change, anything happens, something go wrong, she have no issue responding and reacting with whichever leg that comes. And both legs are just as fast.
All right. So Corey,
at a deficiency.
So Corey, so let me ask you as a coach now. So obviously every coach have them programmed for pertaining to their athlete. But let's say you see Sydney do something now that give her a clear advantage along with the speed that she possesses, but the hurdling and so. Wouldn't you try to tailor your athlete now to probably try and maybe put her in some 100-meter hurdles as well?
It depends on the capacity of the athlete. Sydney is a different animal. Sydney can take on that. Sydney she ambidextrous one. and she, she played multiple sports. She's super talented, long time. It might not be the easiest thing to tell a grown man now, say, all right, we're going to start early left foot. When we probably never do that in life. You get me? So it might prove to be challenging. Who knows? It could be something them try and say, listen, no bother with that. And then you have to think about the athlete's psyche, because probably in his mind, and probably feel like hurdlers is a mental game. So you want to go there knowing that you're confident and you feel good. So if you go there, the moment you hesitate, it's like the hurdles just jump at you. Now, you don't want that.
I mean, even if you watch me, sometimes them used to say me look at a Danimark thing, run and jump. I never have the cleanest early farm, but could I use both legs? I never fear that which one come up. In fact, my PB 48.4, I run a totally opposite race plan. Don't ask me why or how, but I end up running the first 4 hurdles with my right leg, doing 13 stride. And them time if you what about I raced again, you see how Felix Sanchez run past me already on the inside. And then out of nowhere, I just start to run on the place because the madness does kick in. Because I just sometimes I just say, I can't use any legs. So I just start to run after a while. I just start to run.
Yeah, you stop thinking about hurdle, you just start running.
Stop thinking that's a run. And just any leg reach. I kick the last 2 hurdles. In fact, I step on the last hurdle.
Yeah,
I'm still there behind Coulson. At the time I step on the last hurdle.
Well, here you know. You have to go find that madness next year now, because after what you say about Merlin, no, stick up in there. No, after what you say about Merlin, me versus you, Gibson relay 200 meters. We have to settle this. Okay. No,
you know what?
You need to start
drinking. You start drinking.
Hello.
Hey, if the price is right, you're in trouble.
Hello. Me, well, we can do it at nationals, so we just find 6 more man for full lane, 200 meter me versus you. You will not disrespect Merlin at and get
but leave for the press is right. The press just won the gold medal at this championship, so the press is right.
And the price might be right again.
Oh, you know what? All right, Stridex, I'm sorry. I want to talk about Merlin.
No, sorry, not going to do this. We have to face off 200 meters. But hey, gentlemen, you know what? I'm going to Eugene tomorrow, so I have to go Pucks. I have to jump off of this thing here. It was a pleasure again.
All right, boss. Safe
Mr. Eugene tomorrow. Have a safe travel, Mr. Eugene tomorrow.
So where you never say I'll come in at the place?
That's what I said. If I call you and said, hey, I'm here, I'm here.
All right, I'm being a pack of domino too. We can settle it over some domino.
I can be very sporadic, so you never know.
All right.
Come into a town near you anytime.
All right, gentlemen. Good night.
All right, bless up.
Big up.
Yeah, man, look like that time of the night.
Yeah, great time. It was a good discussion. Great day.
Yes,
It was a great day.
What's on the schedule tomorrow?
Tomorrow is a very low key day, like very low key.
Oh, that's 800.
Look at freaking I schedule.
All right, let me just show it.
4 hurdle semis, 400 women heats. Now 400 women semis. That man, tomorrow nice man.
Tomorrow nice man.
Yeah, man.
Tomorrow nice man.
Yeah, so tomorrow nice, eh?
Yeah, man.
Tomorrow night.
400 semis them. Yeah, man. Tomorrow
yes,
nice.
man. In a lot of part.
Yeah, first part of the evening.
Yes, man. Tomorrow.
One day if Christella can jump in at the finals again and make something happen. I'll say one thing before I jump off the live, right? These are some Kentucky greats, and all of them materialize into professional greats. Kenny Harrison, Sydney, Camacho Queen. So we only have Abby Steiner left to matriculate into greatness. All right, so just be careful. This game, I won't be surprised if she win a bronze medal at in
you
the.
Sure she's not gonna win the gold medal?
No, she can't win the gold. No chance.
You sure? You're positive?
No, I'm positive. No chance.
Okay.
No chance. The
You
bronze medal.
sound very patriotic.
I know. It sounds very
The bronze medal is the only thing what she have, and it's slipping away quickly. That's all I have to say, boss. Thank you.
Boy, it must be hard for you because you have to choose between Steiner or Elaine for the bronze, eh?
Wow.
You're touring. I can see you touring.
Oh boy.
But
Elaine getting that silver, man. That silver.
Oh, the silver. Yeah, right.
But I'll save my predictions for I win
For
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
Thursday.
wait,
Save for
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, thanks to all of you guys, man, for being here, man. It was a pleasure sharing this platform with you guys. So at 3 hours and 20 plus minutes.
Yeah,
Big
man,
up
all the
Leford
time.
once again. Appreciate your time once again, fam. Respect, man, and
Anytime,
ensure
man.
that.
Anytime.
But the only way that you'll come back on this stream is if you beat Strides. If you can't beat Strides, don't splash it.
Hey, oh, the long jump. Most long jump.
Wherever, long jump, 2 bills, whatever.
In
Strides is
already,
not good,
him
man. Strides.
can't pass 30 meters. The run with us along.
You know, say I have an upcoming race as well with a particular fella on the show.
Hey, when I said that, and
Yeah,
it's an
man.
ongoing thing, man.
Him and Quarry.
Man.
Right. All right. So I did the middle distance in high school, but this brother did sprints, and I tell him that I can beat him over 100 meters. So let's see. And I'm talking about Kems.
No chance. You see that how Leford says Stridex have no chance.
We are going to record it. We are going to record it.
When we record it, we're gonna put it on the sports friends. You see, we're gonna record Stridex.
Please, and this medium needs to be present so we can have it a live narrative and breakdown of the race. You give the full analysis given.
Yes, man. I get about in a September them time.
Oh yeah, give some time for workout. All right.
Yes, man.
All right, then.
But thanks again, man. And big up yourself again, coach. Always love your insights, man. Even though you and I went at it tonight, I'll admit that you're a curry. Marchik never got the goal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Patterson got the goal, man. Marchik got the silver.
Wow.
They both had the same height, but based on count back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, nobody named the right pan the medal, boss.
None
well, my own.
You think I'm instead I get the bronze?
I was a night, man. Nobody had the trouble.
Big up, man. Big up to everybody that was here, man. I'm not going to call name because there were a lot of guys. So big up to everybody that was here, man. And thanks to all the commenters. It was a pleasure sharing with you guys once again our expertise and our nonsense as well, because we give you both of it. And hopefully all of you will join us tomorrow again. Big up to the man behind the scenes, Josh Call, for making this possible. And before we go, just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Let's Care Medical, Let's Care Optical, for making this possible. Remember, guys, you can go and check them out at their 3 locations. They have I'm just go ahead and just show you. So they have locations in Mandeville, Santa Cruz, and also in Montego Bay. So remember, with Let's Care Optical, they deal with prescription frames, contact lenses, blue light glasses, sunglasses, glasses cases, contact lens cases, eye care products, microfiber cloth, lens cleaners, glass repairs, accessories, and high vision testing. And let me just go ahead and give you guys the location. So here it is. They're located at Unit 4, the Annex Evans Service Center, 2 Manchester Road, Mandeville, and their contact is 876-820-8836 or 876-447-9642. And also, their location in Santa Cruz is shop number 2, Friend Village, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, behind the Jane Bank. So once you see the Jane Bank, it's right behind it. You can't last. And their contact number is 876-807-2610. And last but not least, as always, last location is on 10 Church Street, Montego Bay, St. James. And the contact for that one is 876-810-1859. So once again, guys, remember, go and support them, man. And they're having a good thing going on, man. I know that a lot of people have the kids to go back to school. So yes, you can get a medicals done for $500. Just $500. So go ahead and do that, man. Remember, if you use the code SportsFrenzy 2022, you'll get 20% off any purchases of eyeglass. So just go ahead and do that. I'm just going to leave you with